$10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. For free information and to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, simply go online and visit DRA.com or call 800-433-8909. 800-433-8909. Again, that's 800-433-8909.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Todd.
This isn't Vietnam, it's radio.
Hahn.
I mean, he had a handful of twig and berries.
And Rosenberg.
Everything about it was pure, unadulterated ASS. This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Todd, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
It's 3:01 in the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on an opening day at Yankee Stadium Friday. Weather's but there's plenty to talk about. How are you guys? Good? Bad?
What's up, Donnie?
You're letting Ann do a lot of work there, Don. Letting the Ann do a lot. Because
What is it? It's 60-something degrees.
It doesn't feel like...
No, it doesn't feel.
It feels nasty.
If this is a first date, is there a second date?
No. It's good night and good luck. We saw what you were. You were a cold,
right.
You know what.
It's not, having your buddy call and say your mom's sick and I got to leave. You'll go through the date, but there's not going to be another one.
You're not thrilled, though. That's what I'm saying. It's not a like. Listen,
the sun is out.
I'm on Long Island. I don't know where part of where you're at. How far away we are from each other, Alan. Where I am, it's
I'm
gray
at the Garden.
and cold.
I'm at
you're
MSG.
At MSG. That part of the island.
Yes, that other island.
On this island where I'm at, near the beach, it is cold and rainy.
Yeah,
and
I think I described it perfectly.
Okay.
Could I have been more colorful? Could I have maybe been more descriptive? Yeah, maybe, but I think everybody got the point with my
Yeah,
well,
no,
the sun-splashed field at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, so it looks wonderful to me.
Yeah, I don't,
4-2 lead,
Marlins,
all good.
Did they have, Josh Beckett throw out the first pitch or anything? Are we celebrating the whole 03 vibe? Probably not.
Well, this is at Yankee Stadium. I don't think we'd be celebrating 03 at all.
I needed a pull from that series.
Just
okay?
don't think we'd celebrate.
I could have
that.
went Jeter or Posada. I figured, let me find the Marlin. That was the guy from the 03 series. We all know.
No, who threw out the first pitch?
Jack Hughes threw out
Your
the
guy. Yes, Captain America.
His dad was probably so – because that's who I was thinking about because they showed a picture, Luke and Jack and his dad. And his dad's, New York guy, big Yankee fan. It must have been just – first of all, it's amazing to have your sons all in the NHL, all excelling. One of them wins, the gold medal, which scores the golden goal.
Right.
And you're at Yankee Stadium on opening day throwing out the first pitch. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Life is good.
Cool for him.
Hey, guys, real quick, in all seriousness, how many athletes have we called Captain America? Because I've heard it on this show in the last several months. I've heard at least 2 or 3.
Well,
Captain America? I mean, we've done the Captain Clutch stuff.
No, but there was someone else you called Captain America recently.
Well, I called David Wright Captain America because that literally was his name when he played the World Baseball Classic. He was the captain of the team. They called him Captain America.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Judge. That's right. I called Judge Captain America.
But that's
for the same reason as WBC.
So Alan, you see what I'm saying? But we're
it's anytime there's international play, like that's what you
So
do.
you're critiquing. All right, we started with you didn't like my meh.
No.
Not liking Captain America.
No. Hold on. Neither are correct.
Peters is just
No. Even your you're being sensitive. I didn't mean it that way. I just meant was doing a lot of describing because it's to me it was the day felt nastier than but when I turned on the game just now, I now see where you guys are coming from, Alan in particular. It does look like a nice sun-splashed day at Yankee Stadium. But out here on the island, it feels just like worse than And the Captain America was a sincere question because obviously it makes sense for Hughes, but I know that I'd heard it multiple times recently on the show.
It kind of doesn't make sense for Hughes because he wasn't the captain of the team.
Well, you know what? It's one of the great points you've made, Don.
Now, David Wright was Captain America, a little strong for the WBC, but he was the captain. So you kind of understand it from that standpoint.
How about Landon Donovan? Can we get a little Landon Donovan love for Captain America?
Now Peter may not. I might be wrong about this. I think Alan, the only Captain anything in a sports that made any sense to me was Captain Canada, and that was Ryan Smith back in the day when Canada was winning and he was the captain of the team. So it's not really.
Yeah, but there's no dope superhero named Captain Canada. So it doesn't
he would just be a very nice guy.
Right.
He would come in and just try to get the burglar to understand that, you know what, this is not the direction you should be in life.
Yeah, I mean, listen, let's have a conversation. What is this all about? You know, what are you? Hey, maybe you just want someone to say they're sorry. Maybe if they say sorry, we can figure out what this whole thing's about and move on.
Yeah. This organization doesn't need to lose all this money.
Because the thing is, the fact that you're a part of this criminal organization is a problem.
Yeah, I love your Canadian accent. That's awesome.
We need to bring back Captain Canada. This is something here. There's something here.
You and Natalie playing, the woman in distress, and the Canadian Mountie comes and saves the day. That's a role-playing weekend.
That's role-playing for me and Natalie. Oh, excuse me.
What was it? It was Dudley Do Right, and what was the girlfriend's name? Oh, it's gonna bother me now.
I just like the idea of breaking
Penelope.
I just like the idea of breaking up a crime organization.
No, crime organization, eh? Oh, I can't think of her name. It was
Well, I don't even know what you're referencing. If it helps, so
well, just the whole cartoon from there, Dudley Do Right. He was a Canadian Mountie, and he comes to, and his girlfriend was Penelope. I can't think of the. I'm
Alan, do you have any idea what he's talking about?
He's checked out. He checked out after Matt.
That was it.
I'm not checked out. I am trying to desperately follow along with the. I mean, this is a reference palooza going on right now.
Well, it's a reference palooza.
I mean, you guys have been zigzagging, and I'm like, wait, what? Okay, no, that's not it. So I'm hanging on right now. I'm just hanging on
for dear life. Like in the back of the room, like Blair Witch Project.
Now that's a reference.
Yeah.
There you go. Now it's working.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, all this is to distract us from what I want to open with, and I said it yesterday, and I get tired of the whole it's early. If I'm going to talk about it, I should be able to talk about it in real time, right? If I'm unhappy with the Mets being 3-4, I should be able to be unhappy with them being 3-4. Otherwise, why bother talking about it? Because if it's going to be, well, Don, it's too early. Well, then we'll talk Knicks Bulls. We'll talk. We'll do another mock draft. We've got Fraud Friday coming up at 4:30, right? There's other things to talk about. But baseball's big, and the Mets are an important team in the city, and I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff I saw last year. Different players, same result. Can't hit with runners in scoring position. Peterson now back-to-back, not very good starts. I don't want to say awful, but not good. And I'm telling you, if I'm Mendoza, you got to be on. Your manager has to be on notice, right? Well, Don, it's only 7 games. You won 83 games last year. You were miserable in the second half of the season. Your general manager reimagines the roster, and you're kind of the same team. So wouldn't the next move be to relieve the manager of his duties? Now, I'm not saying to do it now because technically it is too early, but doesn't he have to be on notice? If this is what we're doing a month from now, I think he's out of a job. Fair?
It all depends on, again, what are the expectations that come from the owner, right? Because I don't think Stearns is the guy that's going to decide to fire the manager. And so, because, if they don't think he's doing the job, what is the job they want? Like all these years we've talked about Boone and how Boone should be fired. How many fans have called after every season and said Boone should be fired? And then you realize that, well, Boone's just doing exactly what they're telling them to do. So he's not going to get fired. So what is Mendoza doing? Is he just following the script as everybody else has to do these days? Or is he not managing the players? I still think he has to manage personalities and manage players. So I don't know. It's a great question, though, to ask, Don, because at some point you do have to wonder, is this hitting or not? Other than the run that they had 2 years ago, which felt magical, I don't know what Mendoza has done to establish himself as a guy that you're like, guy's a hell of a manager. You'd have to tell me as a guy that watches every Mets game. What stands out to you? Were there moments that stood out to you last year? No. Wheels have fallen off this team. Nothing. You got two of your stars that don't get along. Nothing. All we get is a story of it being, oh, that's not a story. It's a non-story. People don't understand it. They don't get it. And they shoot it down with the story in the paper rather than just, you know what, as the manager, just come out and say it. Hey, before we do anything here, I want to bring something up that I know has become an issue.
Okay.
Let's clear the deck.
Get it out.
Let's get it out here right now. That's what somebody who's in charge, in control, wants to say. Get it out there right now. I know it's circling. I know it's being talked about. But let's just put it out there so that everybody knows. All the stuff you're seeing, it's a bunch of crap. Here's why. Break it down. I'll stand in front of my players. I don't see that from him. And so those are the things you wonder about. And then, of course, Don, the question I always ask that comes next. If you're firing somebody, especially during a season, who are you bringing in? Who's the guy?
Well, the guy that makes the most sense, and he's working for the organization now, and enough time has passed since the cheating scandal, is Carlos Beltran. That would probably be the guy that you'd look at.
Who is now going to the Hall of Fame.
Now, is that somebody that can walk in there and have a meeting with Soto and Lindor and have their attention because he's Carlos Beltran?
Isn't he also the guy you originally wanted all those 5 years ago?
He could technically still be the manager now, if not for the Astro incident, where everybody got suspended and the Mets had to move into a different direction. But a lot of time has passed. All those guys eventually got their jobs back, right? And he could be a guy that could be the manager of this. I'm not advocating. I'm just saying it's at what point do we have to put the manager on notice? You asked who would be the guy. That would probably be a guy that would get some consideration. We're not bereft of guys out there, either within the organization or outside the organization, that I think would want to manage this talented team. But you said, who does it? Well, the general manager, the president of the team, said, our team isn't good enough. I'm going to go out and get different players because I don't think we can win with the players that we have. Now, it's only 7 games, but it looks a lot like it did last year. So now the next move is, all right, do I fire the guy that assembled the players, or do I fire the guy that's supposed to be managing them? And I think the easier thing to do would be Carlos. And, yeah, that was a miracle run in 24. Tremendous second half of the season and a run all the way to Game 6. But that's kind of what the Mets' MO's been. Great start, slow finish. Slow start, great finish. Right. Not putting 162 games together. Little flash in the pans. It's an organization that only twice in their history has gone to the playoffs in back-to-back years. I've talked about this before. This entire organization is a bunch of flair moments. 69, 73, 86, 88. And then you had to, fast forward all the way to 2000 before you were back in the World Series again. And then it's, we went to World Series at 15, wild card in 16. Little flares, no consistency. I don't want to compare them to the Yankees because it's apples and wrenches looking at the history, but every year putting together a team. They have the same wherewithal. They have their own television network. There's tons of money.
Yeah.
And yet the Mets are trying to piece together miracle runs, and meanwhile the other team is putting together a team that consistently makes the playoffs. They haven't won, but they consistently make the playoffs, consistently finish above 500. And the Mets, it's little tiny flares. And you asked me what does it look like when Buck was the manager. You saw great fundamentals. You saw the way they were going to play the game of baseball.
Yeah.
Here, it just doesn't seem to fit. And, wait a minute, Don, it's only 7 games, but it's also the second half of last year. And now it's continuing this year. So I just asked the question at 1-800-919-3776, when is he on notice? Not when should he be fired, but when does it become a topic of conversation? Is it today? Is it a month from now? When is it logical for us to open the show, guys, and say they need to make a managerial change? When?
I don't see how you can have. Is there any set way of knowing that? I mean,
yeah, of course there is. If it looks the same as it did last year, and you change the players, then what? You know what I mean? Like you could change the players. So you're saying we want to have it. We want to be a different team. We want to look different. But if it looks the same, then what? Yeah, then obviously it's the approach, it's the style, it's the whatever it is. It's something else. And the next thing you usually point to is who's in charge, who's running this thing. and that's the manager. I think it's very fair. What is he? Again, I'll ask it again. What has he done as manager that made you say, you know what, they got a good one? This guy's he's really like he's sharp. He's this. He's that.
Well,
they were circling the drain last year. Nothing. Couldn't fix it. Like there's some things you have to watch. So yes, I think it's fair. Nobody's calling for his job right now. Let's make that clear. But I think what Don's saying is fair. Is that at some point, like this feels as you got McClain on the mound. Does this feel as much as you got to get this game today? You got to get back on track. You lost 3 in a row. You got to get back to feeling good. I need to see something better than 0 for 18 with runners in scoring position over the last 3 games. You got to be better.
I hear you, but just explain. Someone explain to me how Mendoza can be responsible for a team having a great top of the first and then completely going away for the next 8 innings. And there just being no offense except a hit here or a hit there. Like, the guy can't get in there and bat for these guys.
No, I understand.
Baseball's such a tough sport in that way. And by the way, I can swing this exact same conversation at my guy Aaron Boone, who I love. But, I mean, this is what Yankees fans say about the playoffs every year.
You're right.
Why can't we deliver in the playoffs?
But what you're saying there is exactly why this is a conversation, because the Mets should have expectations this season. There should be expectations. Remember, this is different now. The owner 5 years ago wanted to win a World Series in 5 years. Okay, that's it. Now, did he change that plan? Of course he did, because he realized it's a lot harder than it sounds. But it doesn't mean that you now are just going to back off any expectations. Why do the Yankees have expectations but the Mets don't? They should both have equal expectations.
Well,
that's how it's supposed to be.
For sure.
Well, then we can't. Then why is it that it's okay if they find a way to lose today? You don't think they're already going to start getting crazy about Boone? Of course they are. It's just the way it is, because heavy is the head that wears that crown. The Mets never get that kind of treatment. It would take an epic losing streak to finally maybe you start paying attention to it. But 3 in a row early in the season when your offense isn't clicking and you have a starter now that's the second time around he hasn't been any good. Who's going to ramp it up in that organization? Because clearly the two stars are too busy worrying about each other than worrying about the rest of the team dragging their ass to start the season.
But, Peter, I always hate the philosophy of, well, he can't hit for him, he can't run for him, he can't pitch for him. Yeah, that's true, but there are things to do that you get looked upon to try to make things better. You've got 2 of the best players on the team not getting along with each other. Nothing seems to be done about it. The team was miserable last year. You get a bunch of players, and it seems to be the same thing happening. What do you have a manager for then? Well, what do you have a hitting coach? Michael used to always say, well, why are you firing the pitching coach? He can't go out there and pitch for him. Then why is there a pitching coach?
That's fair, too.
You know, and I'm not advocating for it. Alan said that. I've said it. You've said it, Peter. But I just want to know, when do we start to talk about the possibility if this gets away from them? You know, if they lose this series in San Francisco and now all of a sudden you're off to a really slow start again, do you just wait like you did? Hey, well, you waited back in 24 and look what happened. It all turned around. Mendoza kept them together, because that's the biggest thing he's done, right? They didn't fall apart, and he kept them together. They got hot in 24, and they went all the way to Game 6 of the League Championship Series. So he does have a history of kind of keeping it together. But last year it never materialized to the point where they had to perform a facelift on this team.
Yeah.
And now, if you end up going 20, 30 games into that season and it doesn't look like it's changed, then of course the target's going to be on the manager. I think May 1st, to me, feels like a good line of demarcation. Like, all right, where are we? May 1st. We played over a month of baseball. Probably have a 30-game sample to see where you are, where it's still very early and you could still save the season, but at the same time say there's enough here to say this isn't going to get better unless we do something. So I think that, to me, feels like the date. Maybe Anthony can kind of look up exactly how many games will have been played by May 1st. I would think we'd be over 30 at that point. And if you're 5-6 games under 500, damn right you're going to have to address it. I mean, if you can let go, Buck Showalter, then why would Mendoza get more than 2 years to kind of figure this out? That's like 31 games. So that's good. That's an odd number, which means you're not going to be 500. You're going to be either over or under the 500 mark. You're already under now through 7. So I think that's when we get to the time.
What were you expecting this season, Don? After the changes that were made,
playoffs.
You expect playoffs.
Playoffs.
You didn't have a win number. It's just about making the playoffs.
I mean, when I think about wins, when I think about saying you got to make the playoffs, I know you got extra wild card teams, but a 90+ win team.
Okay.
Playoffs. I wasn't gonna. This is a good division. Braves are gonna bounce back. Phillies are very good.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't saying, you got to win the division. You got to be a playoff team.
They should be good. They should be a playoff team.
And they should
have
be
enough
a
talent
playoff
to
team.
be a playoff team. Right.
They have enough talent to be a playoff team. And certainly that's on the table. We've seen baseball where teams, Washington was grossly under 500 of the All-Star break. Came back and won a World Series. But I'm just analyzing the whole package. We're talking about now, with Mendoza, a half a season of great baseball. That's all it's been. The second half of the 24 season, great baseball. The whole package last year was 83 wins.
Yeah.
Started off good, miserable in the second half. So maybe if you want to piece together the end of 24 and the beginning of 25, it's been one really good season. But if I give you the first half of 24 and the second half of 25, I'm describing to you inconsistency. A team that hasn't been able to gain traction to be exactly what it's supposed to be for any real length of time.
They were supposed to be a different-looking team. They were supposed to be a team that obviously the whole run prevention thing, the joke is, of course, it wasn't supposed to prevent your own runs because the lineup, that was the question. And right away, Stearns is going to feel this too, by the way. Again, they'll do the it's early thing. And that's the easiest thing to do in baseball. It's early, because history has shown that even, a slow start doesn't matter. I believe I saw somebody say something like, was it the 86 Mets that got off to a similar slow start?
I think they were 3-5, something like that.
It was a similarly slow start, and they got it right. But no, looking at that roster, don't tell me that anybody – and the year before, nobody thought, well, this Mets team, we don't know what they're going to be. You knew exactly what they were supposed to be. That was a really good team that you knew it would take. You don't know what this team is.
I lived through 86, and there was panic when they got up to the slow start. There was panic in 98 with the Yankees, remember?
I remember.
When they got up to a slow start in the West Coast. It happens. I'm not saying panic. Keep an eye. Tons of calls to get to, and we will. But, Peter, we've got a Final Four.
Yeah, listen, again, I haven't been thrilled and super impressed by the way people have shown their respect or lack thereof for Drop Madness this year. This is frankly and honestly one of the greatest Final Fours of all time.
Ever.
And I hope you guys will go to DHR on ESPN on Twitter. And I think a big problem is, guys, I think a lot of people are not as active in Twitter as they once were, given that it's a cesspool with horrible losers. So I understand it. But we are here. The Final Four. We have the 1 seed from the Flubs. Don's commercial interrupting.
Don on Rosenberg with you until 7. In your ears. Get Optimum famously fast.
Up against the 2 seed from the funny region. Yes.
You got the job, yes.
Oh, man. Don versus Don on the left side of the bracket. On the right side, we have the spunky 2 seed out of the troubling region.
You suck, Busick.
Up against what's been a dominant 1 seed from the nether region.
This is college football. Excuse me, this is college football on ESPN Radio.
I still laugh. I still laugh to this day. Just 4 great drops, all vying to cut down the nets. Go to DHR on ESPN on Twitter and vote right now in our Final Four.
Garland was a little Canadian there for a second because there he is dying and still managed to say, excuse me.
That you know what? It's a great
Which
take.
I thought
super
was
polite. Very
underrated about that drop. So vote heavy, and then we'll, of course, have the championship coming up on Monday. Slew of phone calls to get to at 1-800-919-3776. We've got a Fraud Alert Friday at 4:30. We've got ENN at 6 o'clock, and we will determine the championship game for Monday. Full vehicle till 7 o'clock, and then it's Ty Butler right here on ESPN New York.
Things are really heating up in the tournament, and FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single game day leading up to the big championship game. Build a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout, or try live betting and jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. That's FanDuel.com/local to claim your first profit boost and keep the action going from now until the big championship. FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single game day leading up to the big championship game. Build a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout or try live betting and jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over in physically present New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with a gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon and happy Friday. Definitely a happy ride over at the inbound George. Yanks home opener well underway in the Bronx. Delays have thinned out for both the upper and lower decks. Deegan northbound, not too bad. Making your way over to the outbound side, just a bit bunched up over by the Cross Bronx. That'll change when things wrap up against the Marlins. Outbound Lincoln already about 10 to 15 minutes. Outbound Holland about a 5 to 10 minute ride. Much lighter than normal on the LIE eastbound, getting through Queens with the Passover holiday and Good Friday. Just a bit heavy heading toward Queens Boulevard and the Cross Island. After that, jammed on the eastbound side in Nassau County, a crash in the left lane by Willis Avenue. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
This college basketball tournament moment is brought to you by Marriott Bonvoy.
Connecticut has won the Big East Championship.
Fresh off winning 5 games in 5 days to win the 2011 Big East Tournament, the UConn Huskies enter the NCAA tournament as the 3 seed in the West, including a 36-point performance by Kimball Walker in the Sweet 16. The run to the Huskies' 3rd national championship was one of the most remarkable postseason runs in college basketball history.
Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Just like the New Jersey Devils protect their home ice, Viking Pest Control protects your home. And I know because I use Viking in my own place. As the pest control provider and proud partner in the New Jersey Devils, Viking brings 45 years of trusted experience and expert service to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, and even mosquitoes out of your zone. Their local team builds a personalized game plan that actually works. And when you bundle pest control with mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out. Yankees threatening to add to their 4-2 lead. They've got the bases loaded and one out, so we're keeping an eye on that. Mets lose last night 7-2 to the Giants, 3-7 to start the year. Knicks play the Bulls tonight. Devils did the Islanders a favor last night, beating up on the Washington Capitals.
That was quite a game. Jack had a couple of goals, then he throws out the first pitch at Yankee Stadium, living the dream.
First 5-point night of his career. So I'd say, it's all the people. It's if they end up, and again, you can't forget about what happened on losing to the Rangers on Tuesday.
4-1.
But if Jack continues to play the way he's playing, that's gonna put the organization on notice. Like, well, what if he had been healthy all year? And I wonder if that stops them from doing anything catastrophic. Because missing
roster-wise?
Or anything-wise. Like, I don't know what they were planning on doing. I don't have any inside information, but let's say they were going to let Keefe go. Or think about the possibility of Fitzgerald not coming back.
Oh, you mean like that way?
Or making a big-time trade. Like, do you look at it and go, well, you know what? If Luke and Jack had stayed healthy, we'd be a playoff team. Look at this. We'd be going to the playoffs with one of the hottest players in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got to see the forest through the trees. That's what you get paid for. And you shouldn't get sucked in by a run when you're already kind of almost mathematically eliminated. But he certainly has played well. Islanders got a game tonight. It's almost like a must-win every night for them, so their playoffs have already started. So it's a big weekend of sports. Final Four, not just ours, but the actual Final Four. Judge is up right now. I said bases loaded. I'm sorry, second and third.
Yeah, 2 on.
2 outs.
2 on, 2 outs, 3-2. So he's already got a home run. He also has a strikeout today. It's just one of those, like, can Judge get on a roll type of questions.
I'm watching last year's opening day.
Yeah, Anthony's so far behind that I'm just going to keep my mouth shut about what just happened and let it just go.
You got to lay out today.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're ahead. Listen, everybody's ahead of the studio.
And I think I can safely say now,
I'm not.
Judge has walked.
You'll be happy to know, Anthony.
And here comes the pitch that would be the ball.
Let me see if about me. Hold
You
on.
still
Judge.
don't have it up, Peter?
I just saw Judge just took a strike.
Oh my goodness!
Well, you know what?
I take it back.
All right. Yeah.
Peter reacts to everything that happens in the baseball game.
Hold on. Hold on. I got you. Let me see. Hold on. All right. Judge walked.
All right. You know what?
Oh my God.
Let's leave it to the professionals. Okay. We'll let you know what.
What inning is it for you, Alan? You're still in the bottom of the 6th, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Almost.
Wait,
almost done.
But here's the thing I don't understand. Don, you have DirecTV, right?
Yes.
So why, if Don has DirecTV, would my DirecTV stream be that much further behind?
Streaming's even worse.
But it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
Well, I got to tell you, we complain about the streaming, and a lot of it's just, get off my lawn. I'm an old man. I don't want to have to learn new technology. And the other one that I think makes sense is that you can't just hit last channel, and, it's not as easy to go from app to your cable or satellite. But the biggest thing is when you're so far behind and you have an app that gives you alerts.
Oh, no, terrible.
Judge home run, and you're 30 seconds, 40 seconds behind. It's like, that's a problem.
The worst example of that, Don, is for those of us who, watch The Ticket on YouTube TV, which is also essentially, it's a stream of The Ticket or whatever. That's all the time. Whenever you get a score update on a Sunday, I'm watching the game, and it's been ruined for me. Let's just have an honest conversation that the streaming system is, the perfect encapsulation of capitalism in America. People like Michael Kay should love this. It is, remember, Don, it started under the guise of, here's what we're going to do. We got this system now. Instead of having this whole, you don't want this big, bulky, expensive cable system with all your channels. No. You pay for the things you want a la carte, but here's the beauty, Don. You pay a small monthly fee and no commercials. You just get the stuff you want. As it has evolved, They said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to have to charge you a little bit more. Here's the unfortunate thing. We know you love our service, but, Don, we can't do $9.99. We're not making any money. We're going to up it to about $14.99. You know what? On second thought, we're also going to go ahead and add back in the commercials that were the reason you left in the first place.
Right. Yep.
So now instead of having cable, we just have more channels that all have commercials that we pay for, and we get less television probably for it.
Yeah, so it almost feels like it's just a different way of giving away your money.
But worse. I think worse. More complicated, more different bills, easier to lose track of which things you have. You're like, Alan, you have that experience where you go, oh, my God, I just realized I'm still paying for blank. I haven't watched Paramount Plus in 4 years.
Yeah, right.
Happens all the time.
It's like a gym membership.
Yeah, no, trust me, that does come up. But it's the experience part of it that you always wondered, would it be better? Because if I'm already remember back in the day when you got HBO, that meant you just watched a movie with no interruptions.
Yep.
Now that doesn't exist, right? Like that's just how it's snuck back in. So now I'm getting hit double. So not only am I paying a subscription, but now you're also putting a commercial. But their claim is, well, cable's the same way. You pay for a cable service, but they still show commercials. I just think the thing with sports that is frustrating about what we're seeing with the various streaming services all wanting a piece of it is that it is killing regional sports networks. It's murdering something that was such a part of the sports experience. My team, my broadcast team, like all that stuff, right? Now, in major markets, it's fine. Like here in New York, it's not going to be an issue. But in a lot of other places, regional sports networks are going the wayside. You are going to be in a world soon where your team's broadcast every game are done by the league. And it's not going to have that same kind of feel. So that's out. But, it's also frustrating that it's not an easy thing like cable is to just bounce from one thing to another. Not that they would want you to leave. They don't. It's like bar hopping. That's why a bar says, no, we have a cover charge because we don't want you to leave. We don't want you to bounce around. We want you to stay in our place and drink all night here. So it's the same idea, but it does take away from the experience of enjoying. I can watch several games, and it's easy to maneuver. Somebody's got to figure that out, and I think we'll complain less. I really do. I think we'll complain less if someone figures out how to make the cable product with streaming. I said it again. The last channel button is the greatest invention in the history of television. My TED Talk is over.
And by the way, it's been killed. Killed dead.
But don't you agree? Like it's all it is about the experience. It's the experience of watching that we. So you made it not just a little bit harder. You made it exponentially harder. Mm-hmm. Not only is it I can't find the game, which come on, we all know. We all have the remotes now, where you hold it up, you hold down the button, and you say, play this game or put on this game. It's not that hard. The hard part is then having to in and out of different apps. That's what's annoying. Yeah. That's all it is. It's just because again, where's the game was always something you talked about on cable. That's nothing new to the world. It's more or less just the experience and the maneuverability that has been taken away. They've got to fix that.
Well, we opened with the Mets and the frustration of being under 500, and when is Mendoza part of the conversation at 1-800-919-3776. Let's go to Paul in Philly. You get us started off here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. What's up, man?
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Love the show, as always. I have a question for Peter and Don specifically. So for Peter, is Don trying to fire Mendoza after 7 games? Is that an example of mitigated gall or unmitigated gall? Number one. Okay. That's for Peter. And number two, for Don, why would you even bring him back if you're ready to let him go after 7 games?
Well, Paul, I never said let him go. I said, when is he now on notice? Because you know that if they don't turn it around, they're going to fire him. All right? There's no trade to make. They're not going to let Stearns go. Cohen's not going to sell the team. So
I know,
at
but
some
don't you have to
point,
give him a chance? It's been a week.
But Paul, why don't you listen to what I'm saying?
Let's fire,
So I'm
why
asking,
don't we fire John Harbaugh after 1 week?
Paul, why aren't you listening to what I said? I'm not saying you fire him now. I'm saying, when do we have the conversation?
That he's on notice.
We're having the conversation.
No, we're not. We're having the conversation on
About
when
the
is
conversation.
he on notice.
I want to ask. Can I ask Paul a question?
Maybe it's me.
No. I want to ask a question here.
you're
It's not you, Don, because I think it's lost in the translation. But I just want to ask Paul, what about Mendoza tells you after now it's 3 years? Like no. We've got the guy. What about him tells you that? Like you're convinced.
Nothing has changed in the past week. If that's your attitude, why don't you fire him in the offseason?
Well, no. It's not. Again, that's not the attitude. This is what happens with teams when there's expectations, and you saw how last year ended. It circled the drain last year. It was not good. Okay? It was bad. Things fell apart. You already start the year with your 2 stars not getting along. He has done nothing to fix that. He has done nothing to even rectify what's going on or figure it out or any of that stuff. That's noticeable, man. And then on top of it, your team kind of a little bit it's a little slow out of the gate, doesn't look great. And so all Don's saying is, he's been around for a couple of years. At some point, there's expectations to the Mets. There's got to be some urgency at the start of the season. Right. And if you're not seeing it, we got to start wondering, you just changed the players. You can't change the players again, can you? No, now you wonder, do we have the right guy at the helm? It's fair.
I'm going to answer something. Thank you for the call. I'm going to call him unmitigated Paul.
That's pretty good.
I believe Don's gall here is mitigated. I don't think that's not unmitigated gall. It's very mitigated gall. I understand.
It's called experience.
I understand what he's saying. I do get what he was trying to say, but I think the piece that he was missing was something Alan just pointed to, but needs to be circled. It's that it's not about, hey, if you're going to have a bad first week, we should fire you. If that's what it was, I'd understand what Paul was saying. I think what Alan's trying to emphasize, and Don also is, remember, last year was a huge disappointment. So they're already going into this year going, hey, year 1 was year 1, saw some good things, brought you back. Year 2, we had expectations. We fell completely short of those expectations. We then made a bunch of off-season moves that we believed could make the team better and make things more copacetic. We're a week in. Things are not copacetic. We are not getting the camaraderie that we bargained for. You're not doing that part. And this team looks bad offensively. Peterson was bad last night, was getting bashed from the second the game started. It's not going great. We are going to have a conversation, to Don's point. If we get to, guys, and so you asked the question, I'll answer for you, Don. I think we get out of the first month, and this team is 6-7 games below 500. It's already a conversation.
Listen,
that is it. The conversation.
We could have very easily, if we wanted to, had this conversation the day before opening day.
Yeah.
Hey, if this team gets off to a slow start, when do we start talking about Mendoza? Because they made the player changes, all right? The general manager hasn't been here that long, so the obvious spotlight is going to be, okay, Carlos, we gave you a team.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? But you didn't say that because you don't want to be negative before the season even starts. So now you start 3-4, and now I just want to have a conversation. Okay, when do you want to start to take a look at maybe a managerial change? And I said, well, maybe it's May 1st. Nobody's saying to do it now. That'd be silly. We're only 7 games in.
Right.
But because they didn't get off to a great start, it now becomes a conversation about when are they going to turn it around and when would they pull the trigger. Because the only thing for them to do, if they're going to try to make change, is to let the manager go. There's no more big deals to make. They made all the big deals. They made all the roster decisions. So now it's up to the manager to work with what he's got. So clearly 7 games is a ridiculous time. But at 3-4, it's time to start saying, all right, when is the time? And I think at May 1st, where you've played 31 games and this team is, I don't know, whatever the record's going to be. If it's 15-16, that might be okay.
Bueno. Really?
Maybe
15 and 16, you feel all right?
But if it looks exactly the same over the first 30, then maybe that's time. Maybe you wait to June 1st. I don't know. 1-800-919-3776. What do you think? Don on the Rosenberg here till 7 on ESPN New York.
Gold and silver prices are soaring and near all-time highs. If you want to get cash in your hands for your old jewelry, now is the time. Get the most competitive prices at the Estates Roadshow. Old rings, chains, and even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 3 locations this week: Staten Island, Old Bridge, and Toms River. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches, even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. There's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow Monday through Friday in Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Friday through Tuesday in Old Bridge at TMT Cash for Gold, the bright yellow building on Route 9 South, or TMT Cash for Gold in Toms River on Route 37, corner of Hooper Avenue, just off the Garden State. For more info, follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or go to tmtcashforgold.com.
Knicks fans, it's time to hit the court with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and add a boost of excitement to every New York game day with same-day parlays, live betting options, player props, boosted odds specials, and the best daily promotions in the business. With the BetMGM app at your fingertips, you can experience the excitement of betting on your favorite players and get in on all the blue and orange action as your New York Knicks drive the lane. Find out why basketball fans love BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem in New York? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabits per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios Internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program may only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it could end your debt nightmare and save you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. For free information and to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, simply go online and visit DRA.com or call 800-433-8909. 800-433-8909. Again, that's 800-433-8909.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and 0 calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft. Presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive, and it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk. ESPN New York.
Become a Yankees Universe Fan Club member today. Explorer and Rookie membership packages are now available, and every Yankees Universe member receives a membership card, 2 tickets to a 2026 Yankees home game, access to a members-only website, and more. Plus, rookie members receive an official New York Yankees t-shirt. And best of all, a portion of every membership supports Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, benefiting pediatric cancer research. Join Yankees Universe today. Visit yankees.com/universe.
I don't want to ruin it for anybody on an app, but Ben Rice is homered. Is now 6-2 Yankees.
Peter, look up. Ben Rice just homered.
Yeah. There's a rope, too. He just ripped it. Great. The ball definitely not carrying if it gets up in the air, but
yeah, you get a line drive.
You get a line drive. It's going.
Go.
He's had a good start to the season, man. I know he's got a couple of strikeouts today, but he's had a good start. Good to see.
Got himself a nice sponsor, nice endorsement in the offseason. Turn around hitting.
How great is that, too? It's just the synergy of it is just too good.
I mean, it's almost like if you don't do it, you're an idiot.
Right. That's a fair point.
How do you not do it?
No.
It's so perfect. 1-800-919-3776 talking about the 3-4 Mets as opposed to soon-to-be 6-1 Yankees. Nick on Staten Island, you're on ESPN New York. Nick! All right, listen. Weed kicks in early. David is in Elizabeth. You're on ESPN New York. Hi, David.
What's going on, fellas? What up? Rosenberg Radio, Hollywood Hahn, and Don.
What up, my guy?
What's up?
What up, fellas? Don, let's talk about our club, our ball club.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What I want to say is this. I see Simeon is struggling. We can all see that. Yes. And the bats are cold right now.
Yes.
But I want to know, in your eyes, in your point of view, why should they move on from Mendoza? Not putting words in your mouth.
Well, if let's say we get to May 1st and this team is still under 500, still underperforming, what else are you going to do? Because you've just reimagined this roster. So are you going to just let it sit there and just hope that it turns around? Or do you say that maybe, hey, we're talking about a miserable start to the season, a miserable end to last season.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's time to do what's left to do. And that's see if we can't bring somebody else in here to kind of stir it up. I mean, David, it really comes down to what else am I supposed to do? Do I sit on my hands and then wait till June 1st to see if it turns around? Or how much? That's why I asked the question, David. How much time do you say, all right, it's just not working? And what can I change to make it work? And there's only one other change to make, and that would be the manager.
I agree in that standpoint. And I would say, like, a timeline would be decent. Sometime I would say by May, like mid-May, I would be like, by then I would know that what we're working with. Also, I would say, like you were saying with what should they do next, is it's going to be the cliches, private meeting, shake up the batting order, things of that nature, and it's probably not going to work. So you're right about that, Don. See, I see your point of view now.
Yeah, I mean, we always look at head coaches and managers getting fired and immediately think that individual did something wrong. And a lot of times they did. They just weren't good at what they did. But sometimes it's just, hey, I just need a new voice. Need to shake it up a little bit here. Got to figure something out.
And by the way, you got a team option for next year, and then that's it.
Yeah.
That's all that's left. So that is also the thing. I think that without giving him an extension, the franchise is making it clear, we're still seeing how this works out. I don't. Right. It's not a crazy thing to say when you upended the roster, which clearly you were blaming last season's tailspin on the fact that there are some players that you had to get out of that locker room, or you wanted to have a different look to your team. That's what Stearns kept talking about, the run prevention, more athletic, defensive-minded, tough-minded kind of team. Okay, great. But it doesn't mean that you're complete and you have everything that you need, including a manager that you think could get you to a World Series, which, by the way, is the end goal. Like, I don't understand why a Mets fan wouldn't demand higher standards and instead just be like, yeah, it's fine. Hey, it's fine. No, this season should be about whether or not we have a manager. That's what it should be about.
It is too early to fire Carlos Mendoza.
Of course it's too
but
early.
I don't think it's too early to have a conversation about when it's not too early anymore.
That's what you're saying. You are reminding people right now with a slow start that, number one, he doesn't have a deal after this season. They have a team option. Number two, that means they don't know if they have the right guy. They want to find out. So they've already changed up the roster, number three. They're not going to make any more massive changes. So the next thing you're looking at is, do we have the right guy at the helm? And you are reasonably stating that at some point the spotlight is going to get a lot hotter on the manager.
Right, and then you had mentioned the club option at the end of the year, which means if they miss the playoffs, he's going to get fired.
No question.
So at some point, you're going to decide, let's see if we can salvage this season. Apparently, Nick was in a tunnel, but he's out.
Good.
And he's back on Don and Rosenberg.
What's up, guys? I'm sorry. I wound up calling before going through the Lincoln Tunnel instead of after. But
It's our fault.
I don't see how, if we get rid of Mendoza, that's really going to change how the players produce. The manager's not out there swinging the bat. He's not out there forgetting that we have one out or getting picked off at first, even just having beef in the clubhouse.
It's amazing that this is the perspective when Yankee fans are blaming Boone for everything that happens with this team. Well, one thing I want to ask, though, Nick, is you don't –
point. I don't get it.
I get it. All right. But what I want to ask, though, Nick, is do you wonder, though, about the Lindor-Soto thing and who else is going to step in and fix that, or if that is a problem?
Yeah.
Don't you think that's on the manager to say, hey, guys, we can't keep doing this? It's a bad look.
I wonder why he's even still in leadoff. It's every single year he goes 1-30, 0-30, 6 for 45, every single year. Sure, he gets off to a slow start, but why is he still leadoff? I get that he had 3 walks and 3 runs scored the other day. Whatever the case may be, when you look over the years, it's proven that Lindor has sort of been a clubhouse cancer, for a lack of a better term. Wow. He's had problems with McNeil. He's had problems with Nimmo and Alonso on their politics.
Well, Nimmo's denied that, but no, there's been enough stuff here. But he also has performed. But I love the touchy-feely Met fan when it comes to the manager.
Yeah.
I just find it interesting that when they were so fundamentally sound over Buck, when Buck started, it was like, oh, Buck got credit for it. But now the Mets are, not fundamentally sound and making a lot of mistakes and forgetting things, and it's like, oh, well, it's on the player, it's not on the manager. I understand that Peter said it earlier. He can't hit for him, he can't pitch for him, but he does serve some purpose. And I think the notice is too early, but at some point the conversation has to be had. Well, Yankees will be on the table shortly. They're in the 8th inning, up 6-2. And we talked about the Mets, and we're going to get into some Knicks, and we got Fraud Alert Friday coming up at 4:30. But Jordan Raanan had some very interesting things to say earlier today on DiPietro and Rothenberg, so we're going to dive into that. The draft is right around the corner. Today is April 3rd, so we're only 20 days away from the draft. So interesting things about neighbors, about who they may pick with the 5th overall pick. So we'll hear that coming up next on Rosenberg at 7. Then it's Ty Butler on ESPN New York.
And, before we go, I do want to tell everybody about my good friends at Rings End, because I had Andrew come by the house yesterday and do some measuring, which is, again, the exciting part of a house project is when they show up, they start measuring, you start getting the idea of what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, and we're looking forward to it. Now, listen, I want to tell you about Rings End because when you are looking for upgrades, updates to your house, you need some work done at your house, you want the best products possible, that's what Rings End does. So we're replacing some old windows, and we're putting in a new big picture window as well. And Rings End is who I chose. Why? Because they work with pro contractors who build and remodel for a living. That's why. The pros trust them, so I can trust them too, and so can you. And they have premium brands, not just in windows, everybody. It's doors, decking, paint, lumber, kitchens, all the things that you need for your house. You want to get a project done at your house? You want to get the best products possible? You want to use the highest end type products in this project? This is why you want to go to Rings End. They'll do it right because they don't need to do it over. And they're not a national chain. They have regional expertise. They have 8 full-service lumber yards in Connecticut and Westchester County and 12 freestanding paint centers as well. They're family-owned and operated since 1902. They've been around. They have deep Northeast roots. You want to work with them just like the local builders work with them as well. And if you can't make it to a store, just shop online at ringsend.com. That's ringsend.com.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
D'Agostino, Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn, paycheck after paycheck, and you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino & Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates. We win a lot.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
Game time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it is game time,
It's
I like that. There are no lies there. Yankees and Marlins going on right now. They're going to the bottom of the 8th inning at the stadium. Yankees are up 6-2. Ben Rice and Aaron Judge with home runs. Coverage of Knicks Bulls starts on 10:50 at 7. The reason for that, we've got the Mets and the Giants in San Francisco immediately following Ty Butler on 880 at 9:30. And the Islanders and Flyers are on the island at 7, while the Nets host the Hawks at 7:30. So it's quite the day today.
Busy.
Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. I think I can get my drink on tonight. Going out.
Oh?
I
Big
got
plans?
2 games. Well, it's the last day of the kids' vacation.
Nice.
So they're going to go to a friend's house and hang out, and then the adults are going to meet and have a little, party of our own.
Like gentlemen.
Close out the spring break. Because then after Easter, which is Sunday for us that celebrate, then it's right back to the grind. They go back to school on Monday. And I've got a game tomorrow, and then against the Canadians, and then we get on.
You're almost done.
The plane and go to Montreal for a little home and home.
How about that?
But think about this, Peter. Like, we're going to get free range Donnie.
Oh yeah,
it's almost here. Because even though Los Diablos, yes, there is, I believe Gracie told me this morning, a 0.1% chance they can make the playoffs. She was she's holding on. Jack scored 2 goals for her birthday last night. She was all fired up.
Happy birthday.
And she's telling me that. So I know there's still a chance. I don't want to make it sound like you just can't wait for the season to end. I'm not going to do that.
No.
But, 82 in the books. You might be almost done. Next week, you could be finished.
I am my last game, regular season game, is in Boston April 14th. So it's 11 days away. But in those 11
Who's counting? Come on.
In those 11 days, well, as bad as I am at math, I could tell you that April 3rd and April 14th are separated by 11 days.
Look at you. This guy. Doesn't even need a calculator.
Come a long way, right, Peter?
It's built in, this guy.
He's a robot.
I've got 6 games in that span. Or actually, 6, because they've got 7 left.
Mm-hmm.
Because the game Tuesday against the Flyers is on national TV. So we're getting them in. We're enjoying it. Now, the draft is coming up. Don't know if you're aware of that. And there's going to be a couch cast with DiPietro and Rothenberg and all that on YouTube.
Everybody knows this.
Big. And it kind of stinks, too. I didn't think about it till today.
What's that? That you weren't invited?
The first, it's one of those where I would have declined. But
you wanted the invite, though.
It would have been nice. All of us. Why couldn't we all be invited? Really? Honestly. Yes. So, we're not involved, but we're still interested in the draft, no?
Of course.
What I thought about, though, is that is the first weekend or the first Yankee-Red Sox series.
Oh, let's go.
So
I'm ready.
Red Sox-Yankees. We'll have the draft.
I'm ready.
Oh, boy.
Jets picking 2nd and 16th. The Giants picking 5th. Oh, it's great when you're.
It's like you dream about it.
Like you literally dreaming about
it. Jordan Ronan was on DiPietro and Rothenberg earlier today, and he thinks the Giants are leaning Love at 5.
My head's stuck on Jeremiah Love right now, to be honest with you. It really is. Like, everything you heard, the reason, if you think about it, the reason they started poking around about the top running backs in free agency, you heard they love Jeremiah Love. Like, to me, it's probably him or Downs. I don't know why. For some reason, I think
you don't
Styles
think Styles, huh?
I think he might not be there.
You think Styles is going to go top 4?
I think he might end up going in the top 4.
It just feels like if he's now the only thing you're watching, I said this yesterday, is Tennessee, right? If they want to make that move, but as I said yesterday, that feels like the right fit, right piece. It's Harbaugh in the way he wants to play. You got to put a talented running back in that backfield with Jackson Dart, who can run. It also, to me, strengthens that room because you still Scatterboo coming back from injury. We'll see how it looks. We'll see what he looks like. But we know he's a battering ram kind of runner that can't be your, multiple down back, right? He's a specialist for the most part. Tracy's still good. Like, I think it'll make them better offensively.
There's an aspect I don't like, and hear me out on it.
Okay.
Again, I'm not going to go the whole don't take a running back. Everybody knows how I feel about that. But if they're willing to pay him and Harbaugh wants him bad enough, I got to live with it, right? When Gettleman wanted Barkley, everybody knew the Giants were taking Saquon Barkley. You know why? 2 reasons. Number 1, Giants weren't very buttoned up, leaky ship, right? That's what bad organizations do. They can't keep their mouths shut. And 2, they had the 2nd overall pick. It didn't matter. Everybody knew that Baker Mayfield was going to be taken by Cleveland. So you didn't have to put up a smokescreen. Because you knew Barkley was going to be there. You're going to take him. The problem I have with the Love, and everybody's saying they're going to take Love, and they're here and they're going to take Love, well, then that means they're leaky again, right? I don't want them to be leaky. I'd rather them to be sneaky than leaky. I'm hoping
great job.
that the
Sometimes you're
information
sneaky
that
and
they're
leaky.
giving is smokescreen because they don't know if he's going to be there at 5. So why would you tell the world we're going to take Love? We love Love.
yeah.
Wait a minute. Tennessee
get
takes
that.
him at 4. Now what?
I get that. I see what
I
you're doing.
think this is a smokescreen. I'm not saying they're not going to take him, but this hot interest, anybody that heard from the Giants organization that they're taking Love, you're being lied to. They are just creating a smokescreen. Because how would it look if Tennessee?
There's a lot of disrespect for our guy Jordan, though.
No, well, Jordan's got to do what he's got to do.
Yeah, but you
He's
think Jordan
being
wouldn't
told-
know? He wouldn't be aware that this is a yo-yo smokescreen?
No, well, first of all, if you listen to the cut, he's kind of going more off of feel than anything he was told.
You mean like a player that he likes?
Yeah, didn't you
Right.
get that feeling?
Well, yeah, it sounded like he just can't stop thinking about him because of what a talent he is. And we've all
play
heard
the
he's a
beginning
great
again,
talent.
if you can, Jacob. Just
My head's stuck on Jeremiah Love right now, to be honest with you. It really is. Like, everything you heard, the reason, I mean, if you think about it, the reason they started poking around about the top running backs in free agency.
So I just think he's reading the tea leaves, honestly. I don't think he's being told anything.
Well, but he does think he is basing it on the logic he's seen from them. It's not just his own interest. He
Right,
said,
but he never said I'm hearing they're
No.
taking Love. But I'm saying if anybody is heard from the Giants that they're interested in Love, I think it's a smokescreen. Because why would you let it be known out there that there's a player you're hot for that may not even be available? It makes no sense.
It does and it doesn't. I like it as
how
a
does it
fit.
do-
I think it makes sense as a fit. I think, there's no reason why. Like, when they asked Harbaugh about it, it's not like he said we're taking him. I think it fits the way he wants to play. Why not?
Well, but I think
I don't know what
is a smokescreen.
Okay. We're going to find out. He might. You're right, though. He might be gone,
Well,
but you don't know what
listen,
Tennessee's going to do.
I'm just saying, and maybe he'll be there at 5.
And the
I'll
mocks,
take
and the
him.
mocks. The other part is the mocks that are based on. I know you love mocks, Don. These are your favorite part
Hate
of
mocks.
the draft. So the mocks are generally done based off of information that you have about what teams are planning to do.
Right. But
Usually, you get that
logical.
information not only from teams. Rarely does a team actually tell you the truth. Of
Yeah,
course,
they never tell you the truth.
But agents generally will give you an indication of what feels they're getting from
True.
certain teams.
But I hate mocks. The only mocks I liked was the quarterback in Varsity Blues. That was it. James Vanderbeek.
I don't want your life. That mocks.
Now, do you get a sense the Giants would make maybe trade down from number 5?
If that was an option. Like, if they're sitting there at 5 and Down, Styles, and Love are all there, I think, okay, we can then move back and still get one of these guys at 9, 10. I think that would be something they'd be very interested in.
I have such a love-hate relationship with the draft that only Peter can understand.
Oh, I do.
Oh, I get it.
I'm so interested and so fascinated by the draft. Seriously. Because I love football, but it's so fugazi. There's just so much garbage and lies and
It is all it is. I know, Don. It's a lot of conjecture and no facts, and it's just the buildup of what. It's like a movie coming out that they give you a trailer, but you really don't know what's going to happen, and you're excited for the movie. Maybe it's a sequel, maybe it's a series, whatever it is, and you're just wondering. Is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? There's a lot, this is what we do. You get excited
I know,
for
but
it.
it just
And there's always one team that screws it up.
I know it's an educated guess, but it is still just a guess. As you said,
yes.
None of these organizations
But it's
benefit
fun.
from giving you the truth. No, I don't find it fun.
Oh, I do.
But why would you? Why is it fun to completely have baseless conversation?
It's not baseless.
No, it's completely baseless.
No, it's not baseless. It's again, from a Giant perspective, the conversation, if I'm a Giants fan, is what do I need? What do I want? What will be available in that pick? And you can give me 4 or 5 names. And from there, as a fan, you're going, I'd rather have this guy. Well, you could. It could happen. But this could happen, too, to mess it up, and it just creates drama.
So you get excited. Apparently, and some of them visible. They all got to sleep on their backs. All right? That you want Love. You've done the work. You watched all the YouTube videos. You watched him during the course of his career.
Yeah.
Love him. Thinks he's going to be great. I want him. And then Mel Kiper will have a mock draft, him going at 5, and then you get excited, oh, we're going to get him. You don't know that. And again, it's no offense to Mel. It's just, come on. It's all just, they know how, the point is, it's like crack. People love the draft so much and love football so much, I'll just put up a mock draft and people will just go nuts.
Yeah. Guess what? After April, it'll happen in June for the NBA and the NHL. And everybody gets – the only draft no one gives a rip about is the Major League Baseball one because there's just too many players and too many rounds. You have no idea who's who.
Right.
But these drafts, it's, the argument of who should go number one and all that, it's just all part of the drama and the fun and the debate.
Conversation about it.
Yeah.
But these mock drafts, you're being led by your tongues. Honestly,
and they love it.
But I love it.
And they love it. They're outside.
I love it. No, I do. I am the baby bird. Just chew it up and feed me, Donnie. Chew it up and feed me.
I'm not asking you to see the movie because people have no patience. Go to YouTube and watch the trailer for the movie Soylent Green.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's got Charlton Heston in it. It's from 1973. And everybody wants the Soylent Green, and they're rioting in the streets for the Soylent Green.
Yes.
And then they got to say, "Oh, we have no more Soylent Green," and people riot in the streets.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. We have a mock draft. Mel Kiper's got a mock draft. They're rioting in the streets, Mel. When are you going to finish this mock draft? They're turning over cars.
Now, Peter, have you ever seen Soylent Green?
No, not even.
Oh God, because what Don's doing here, the ending, which I will not give away, what they reveal at the end. Would be a really, really strange ending to the draft.
Yeah. What would be the equivalent?
I can't.
Yeah, I can't. No, honestly, Peter,
you got to know
the
movie.
trailer. Watch the trailer during the break and just tell me what you think.
The famous line that Heston screams at the end of that movie is the most jarring moment of that movie. It just and if that's how the draft ends,
it would be. I'm telling you, we're at that point.
Well, Don, I think the thing that's interesting for Giant fans, which is going to be very different from years past, forget who is taken. I don't think anybody's going to be mad at any of the options that are taken because the quarterback situation, at least for this year in their mind, is taken care of.
Well,
the Jet fan can be mad because if they like Ty Simpson, they're going to say, why didn't we take Ty Simpson? If you take Jeremiah Love, who's going to help with Jackson Dart offensively, if you're going to get Caleb Downs, the safety, which is something that the Giants need, or you get one of the linebackers like Sonny Styles, that's going to help them as well.
Yeah.
Out of those three, you're feeling pretty good if you're a Giant. If you take a kicker, then you're going to be mad, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, no, you're right. And that's why it's not an apples-to-apples comparison taking Love as opposed to the Barkley situation because the Giants needed a quarterback and refused to acknowledge they did. And there were quarterbacks in that draft they could have taken and didn't because they still thought Eli had something left. There's part of that. And that's why the Jets draft is distinctly different than the Giants draft. We trust Harbaugh. Forget Shane. I don't even think Giant fans are thinking about Shane right now. It's like we trust Harbaugh. Whoever they pick, we'll love.
Right.
As much as I think you should trust Muji, I don't think Jet fans do because they just don't trust the organization. So there won't be that confidence in whoever they pick.
Well, especially if whoever they pick, it's like it doesn't make sense, which I can't see them doing it too.
No, I don't see them.
16
could be different.
16 could throw people through a loop because you never know. But 2, how difficult is 2? Can't be, right?
Now, since you talked about the Jets, Mel Kiper was on the First Draft podcast and says likes the idea of Simpson to the Jets at 33.
It would be a perfect scenario having Geno Smith there. Now, do they want to take a quarterback? I debated this the other day on Draft Daily with you and Louis Riddick. Louis said I was wrong. It doesn't matter now. Yeah, I said like and love is important. If you just like him, then you wait till next year because guess what? You're going to have to wait till next year for Ty anyway because Geno Smith's their quarterback, right? He's the bridge quarterback for a QB and Simpson who has 15 starts. So you're going to probably get him ready for 2027 season, right? Not 2026. Then you're going to have a draft full of quarterbacks. So we're going to draft another quarterback, take another shot in the first round with another quarterback after drafting Simpson at 33 or at 16 or wherever they take him. So I think you got to feel Frank Reich has to love the OC there, has to love Ty Simpson. Liking him to me is not good enough.
I don't know if I agree. He's saying you can't. He's saying if you take a quarterback at 33, you can't take a quarterback in the first round next year. Is that what he said?
Yes.
I think that's ridiculous. I love Mel, but that doesn't make sense. I just got 2 first-round picks. I didn't have to use any draft capital to move up to get a quarterback that I don't have a young quarterback in the room. I want one for this year. I want a young quarterback just to see, right? So why can't I do that? And if I suck and he plays a little bit late in the year and it's not really hitting and I've got a top 3 pick, why the hell can't I take a quarterback then? That doesn't make sense. Why do we make rules when it comes to the draft?
Because there are
doesn't make
rules.
sense.
So basically, are you okay with the Jets taking a backup quarterback at 33?
Yes.
Because that's what you'd be doing. Well, you can't understand.
But you don't know that.
People out there that are going to be upset.
Come on. Donnie, it's a crapshoot, man. Anything. There is no exact science to this. So if I have the opportunity to take a guy that right where he should be taken, which is the second round, a day 2 quarterback, and I can get him because I know maybe another team probably will at some point.
No, but that's why he said
it all depends on what my intel tells me, and you would think that Moogie's got some intel.
No, it also depends what you think he could be. What's his ceiling?
Yeah, that's the like and love, Peter. Like if you like him,
right?
That means
if his ceiling is a good backup, you don't take him.
I like him. I think he can possibly be a good quarterback, but in all likelihood, he's probably just going to be a backup. Well, then you don't take him at 33. You look at it as a day 2 quarterback, second round. Still value with the 33rd overall pick in the draft, right? So the hope is that guy's going to be good.
All right, then
you're drafting him in the possibility of throwing that pick away for a team that doesn't have a ton of talent to begin with.
They've thrown away far worse picks than that.
But that doesn't make it right.
Then you better love whoever's at 33.
No, but if you love him, but to Mel's point, if you love him, then you take him at 33. But if you only like him, then you're saying that I don't know if he's going to be great, and that I'm probably going to be taking a quarterback with one of my top picks in 27.
Okay.
Well, then you look back at it and go, well, then you wasted a 33rd overall pick in the draft. That's all I'm saying.
All right, I get it. All right, so that's a little bit more like of the semantics of like and love and all that stuff. But what I'm saying is that if he's a quarterback that you feel like is worth your time, then it doesn't hurt to take him there. But if you've watched him and why would you take anybody if you don't love them? You don't take anyone if you don't love them. And I think Glenn kind of gave it away when he talked about Simpson in a positive light, but added the idea. I don't know if we still have the sound, but I remember him saying this, and he said that it's not a reach, right? As long as it's not a reach. And that obviously means don't take him too high or give up anything to get him. It's not like the Giants and Jackson Dart, which they made sure to move back into the first because they wanted to make sure they got him. They used draft capital, they made the move, and they got their quarterback. He's not that in this draft. I get that. I completely understand that part of it. But I don't think that there's a world that you couldn't take a quarterback on day 2 and then say, well, now you can't take a quarterback next year. That's ridiculous.
Well, we've got Fraud Alert Friday coming up next.
You bet your ace we do.
And it should be a lot of fun. So we got a lot
Always
of calls, emails. Big 5 o'clock hour. Big ENN is also coming up. I'm just watching the Yankees. God, baseball players can be stupid.
Well, I'm sorry.
You're down 8-2 and you get picked off at second base. Honestly,
why not?
Honestly, I mean, how dumb can you be?
I find
that's early in the season.
That's when people get picked off the most.
I mean, if that happened in Marco's game, I'd take Marco aside and say, "What's the matter with you?"
Well, they're desperate. That's what happens. You got to make up 6 runs with 1. You know what I mean? Hey, I'll tell you what though, things are really heating up in the tournament, and FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single game day leading up to the big championship game on Monday. All right, build a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout, or try live betting and jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. That's FanDuel.com/local to claim your first profit boost and keep the action going from now till the big championship game. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over, physically present in New York, option required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration. And max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For all the gambling problem, call 877-OPEN-Y or text OPEN-Y 467-369.
prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
Wow, that's a lot of distractions. Why don't you just focus on the road?
Relax, I'm a great driver.
What about other drivers? Not everyone's a great driver.
I can watch out for them. I'll be fine.
Watch out! In 2023, more than 3,200 people died due to distracted drivers. Keep your eyes on the road. This message brought to you by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Attention, New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios home internet for an incredible $20 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with autopay, mobile and home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
Knicks fans, it's time to hit the court with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and add a boost of excitement to every New York game day with same-day parlays, live betting options, player props, boosted odds specials, and the best daily promotions in the business. With the BetMGM app at your fingertips, you can experience the excitement of betting on your favorite players and get in on all the blue and orange action as your New York Knicks drive the lane. Find out why basketball fans love BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem in New York? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Gold and silver prices are soaring and near all-time highs. If you want to get cash in your hands for your old jewelry, now is the time. Get the most competitive prices at the Estates Roadshow. Old rings, chains, even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 5 locations this upcoming week: West Orange, Kenilworth, Staten Island, Old Bridge, and Toms River. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches, even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. There's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow, Monday through Friday in West Orange at the Courtyard by Marriott, Kenilworth at the Kenilworth Hotel, Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Friday through Tuesday in Old Bridge at TMT Cash for Gold, the bright yellow building on Route 9 South, and in Toms River, corner of Route 37 and Hooper Avenue. For more info, follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or go to tmtcashforgold.com.
New year, new season, same goal. Feel good and stay in the game. But if neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica is holding you back, it's time to handle it. I'm Bart Scott, and I'm telling you to call Dr. J. Shaw at Soundwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he specializes in getting people back to living pain-free. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided treatments that work. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Stop playing through pain. Go to SoundwellPain.com. Relief starts today.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Yanks home opener just wrapped up in the Bronx. Some happy fans making their way toward the outbound George Deegan northbound stop and go. Approaching the Cross Bronx. Delays there from the stadium. Cross Bronx westbound just packed heading in that direction from White Plains Road on through. Inbound George, no issues at all for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln already about 10 to 15 minutes. Outbound Hahn about a 15 to 20 minute ride. Slow crawl at the Outer Bridge crossing heading into Jersey. Broken down car on the span. That is you jam from the Staten Island side. Hitting the brakes on Route 3 westbound. A crash over by Main Avenue in Clifton. Delays go back into Rutherford. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
When you tell someone what team you cheer for, do they apologize? Does your first childhood memory involve crying on a Jumbotron? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected from things like fire damage caused by violently unplugging the TV.
or an accidental overhand left to the drywall. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider.
Send us an email to dhrespn@gmail.com, and perhaps you will find out. Now, before we get to that, people read about all kinds of things.
Right.
And someone wrote about Drop Madness.
Okay.
Saying the issue with the low voter turnout for Drop Madness is the platform formerly known as Twitter.
Oh, I love it.
You guys always talk about how awful the app is. I deleted it over a decade ago, and I'm not going back.
Wow. Oh, God bless.
Please try moving voting to YouTube or the ESPN New York app next year.
Okay. Well, listen. Under advisement, for sure. And I appreciate it. If everybody remembers, 2 years ago when we did this, there was a website. We had backing from the company to do it. And we did it that way. I think that's actually how we did the voting. I think there was a way to vote there, or at least you could listen to the drops there.
Sure.
I've discussed the YouTube thing at length. You cannot do more than one poll at a time. You'd get less voter turnout than we have on Twitter than you do on YouTube because I would have to do 8 polls when this all starts.
We don't want to see you do 8 polls.
All at once.
Not at once.
It would be, I would say, maybe 30 votes each. Which is even less than the 100 that we're getting on Twitter.
No, you really think so?
We'll get to. We'll figure something out.
So it has to be a better
voter
system.
Fatigue. Maybe voter fatigue.
And
kicked in.
I think we need backing from the powers that be as well in order to make this work.
You know what the best way to do it, if possible, would be to put each matchup on Instagram, where you could actually hear it on Instagram and vote on Instagram. Maybe that would be the best way to do it. But we'll get there. We appreciate the thoughts. Let's get to the fraudulence, shall we? Here we go. Yeah, that's right. Here we go. Drew says, guys, I have an important Fraud Friday question that's been eating at me, and it needs an official ruling. Don has always said you need to declare your fandom by around 8 years old or you're a fraud. Fair enough. But what happens when you're in an adult? We basically covered this last week. What happens when you're an adult getting into a new sport?
Yeah. Then there is no age limit if you're new to the sport. I'm just saying.
Don, will you turn your mic up? It's like you turn your mic down or something.
Never.
Okay.
Is it better?
It's getting there. It was Alan. It's not just me, right? He's lower. No.
No, I haven't noticed it.
Really?
I didn't touch anything.
All right, you sound quiet.
No, just because Marco is a baseball fan, so he needed to declare. But if you're not a fan and you're 60, then you're good. That's it.
Here we go.
All right.
Fraudulent for leaving the Jets. I love all of you, especially Peter, even though he's not a real New Yorker. And I got to say, I'm now a big fan of the ELR vehicle. Real quick, Alan Hahn tells us that he is Batman in hour 3 of Monday's show, approximately 9 minutes 46 in. Also,
Say that
Peter
again.
Had a
I
very
had
troubling moment, hour 1 of yesterday's show at 34:04. And by the way, this is today. So, Alan, you said you were Batman yesterday? Oh, no, it was Monday's show.
No, I missed all that because I had interrupted my ear. Say it again.
Apparently, Monday, you said that you were Batman on hour 3, and I'd like to hear that.
Well, I was not here, so I did not hear that.
And he also said that I had a very troubling moment, hour 1 of yesterday's show at 34:04. I don't know what that is, but he's saying it happened. Okay. I would like to argue my case for picking a new NFL team, and I'm going to make it quick.
Okay.
I'm a Jets fan, and looking at current ownership, I can't foresee anything changing.
Okay.
Don, you have previously ruled that if a team leaves your city, you are entitled to no longer be a fan and pick a new one without fraudulence.
Right.
I would argue that due to the meddling nature and overall poor ownership of Woody Johnson, the team has essentially and metaphorically left the city, and it's cruel and unusual punishment to force me to continue to be a New York Jets fan and not pick a new team. I feel I am just in my thoughts here, but we'll look forward to the ruling of the judge.
It'd still be a fraud. And the reason you'd be a fraud let's just say for sake of argument, they won 9 games and made the playoffs this year. I don't see it happening, but, stranger things have taken place. Would he not root for them? No, he'd be all in because it's about winning. And if your team moves, you can't root for them because they're not in your city anymore. It's tough. It's tough to follow. If you were at a situation like Peter had where his owner is a really bad guy, yeah, he'd root for them to win in the playoffs, but he would admit to you it would hit different because he just doesn't like the owner. You would have no problem with Woody Johnson if all of a sudden the Jets figured it out. Now, I understand Woody Johnson's the reason they haven't figured it out. I get that. But a bad owner is always one good decision away from having it all change.
Right, just trips into the right move.
And if he did trip into that, you would root for them, right? Of course you would. So the fact that you'd give up on them because the ownership is bad and found another team would make you a fraud.
So what if someone said, I'm just curious, they were honestly so sickened by the ownership that at this point even them winning wouldn't bring them any joy and they just want to be out and they don't even have any second thoughts. If they start winning, they won't care.
I find that very difficult to believe.
You just don't believe it?
Well, because what the Schneider situation is.
Who's Schneider?
Snyder.
Oh. I thought you meant
D. Schneider.
I thought he meant Schneider.
You knew who I was talking about. You could have let it go, but this show doesn't let things go.
Oh, Schneider from what was that called? What was that show with Valerie Bertinelli?
One day at a time.
One day at a time.
Yeah. So
the most bizarre character ever.
Well, somebody's got to be, you got to have maintenance in an apartment building.
Oh,
no?
but it always felt like he was offering a little more than maintenance.
Well, listen, there had to be a perk to the job. It probably didn't pay well. So there had to be some reason that he was still motivated to.
There was a lot on the table.
To be hanging around. I just can't. The reason you hate him is because you don't win. So if you started winning, you wouldn't hate it anymore.
That's
I
right.
saw it with the Wilpons. Believe me, they were putting up billboards. Wilpons, sell the team. Wilpons, sell. All of a sudden, they're in the World Series in 2015.
Yeah.
No more billboards. There was no more complaining. And then they started losing, and they complained again.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a world where a Jet fan hates Woody Johnson and wants to leave the Jets because they're losing. They start winning and go, no, this isn't any good.
So it's more that you just don't find it to be.
But what I was saying about the Commanders owner is that bad guy. Maybe they win and you're like, yeah, but he won too, and he's a bad guy, because that might have happened to you, right? Yeah, you would have been happy they won the Super Bowl, but you're like, but this guy.
I know. It would have hurt.
He makes me sick.
Like you don't want to do it with him getting the credit.
I mean, listen, I would take it, but yeah, it wouldn't be right. You know what I'm saying?
It'd feel different. It wouldn't be. You wouldn't be all in, and that's sad.
Yeah.
So fraud.
All right, let's keep moving, shall we?
Why not?
You send your emails to dhrespn@gmail.com. Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'd like to preface this scenario by noting I've been a Boston Bruins fan since my youth, listening to WBZ with Orr, Espo, and Cheevers, and the Big Bad Bruins in Central NY, and I remain one to this day.
Okay.
Last summer, we had a new neighbor across the street I learned was a professional hockey player. Come to find out, he was a first-round draft pick and currently an alternate captain for a Western Conference hockey club. Kind of exciting, but he's no Bruin. We chatted up a bit, and he had to head off for training camp in the early fall and secure housing out west. I was telling my son's buddy, also an avid hockey fan, about our new neighbor, and he said...
Yeah, he said a Western Conference...
Western Conference and a captain?
Yeah.
And he's from Central New York or Western New York?
He said Central.
Central New York.
All right, we'll try to decipher this. We'll try to.
I was telling my son's buddy, who's also an avid hockey fan, about our new neighbor, and he said, "Are you going to become that team's fan?" I told him, "No way. I'll watch him. I'll cheer for him as long as he's not playing against the Bruins. But if it comes down to the Stanley Cup and it's against us, I'm going with the Bruins, of course." He asked me, "So if they play each other in the Stanley Cup, you're not going to root for his team? Don't you realize if they win, he will get to have it for one day, and you could possibly have a chance to drink out of it?" Thinking about that, hell yeah. I'll root for them regardless of who they may be playing in the Cup Finals. His team has no chance of even making the playoffs. But if they ever do make the Cup Finals,
okay, no chance
I
to
will
make
be
the
that
playoffs.
team's fan. Fraudster or selfish? Banksy.
Well, what I need to know is, would he root for him over the Bruins in the Stanley Cup Final?
That's what it seems like he landed on the end at thinking about that, hell yeah, I'll root for them regardless of who they may be playing in the Cup Finals. But then he adds, his team has no chance of even making the playoffs.
So it's too easy.
I don't know how you rule on this, Don.
Well, it's easy. I rule.
Go ahead. Fraud.
I rule.
It's very simple.
I love the way you dropped that. It's very easy. I rule.
Because, come on, seriously. And the fact that he was so easily led by his tongue and nose, he was like, no, oh, really? I get to hang with the Cubs? Yeah, I'll root against the Bruins. Oh, what a bad guy. So I'm starting to think, who's a bad team in the West that's got, and he's a captain?
Or is he an alternate captain or a captain?
He said he's a captain.
And he lives he's from, he lives there in the off season?
Or he's not from Central New York, but he lives there in the off season?
He clearly lives across the street from him, which, by the way, I mean, I'm sure he's making pretty good bank. It's quite a big street.
Interesting stuff there, huh?
Yeah, but
it's got me. I can't figure this out. It's got to be an alternate captain. It can't possibly be an actual captain.
All right, last one. I have a coworker who
forget
grew up in the Jersey area and went to a small D3 college down south with no real ties to major college sports.
All right.
His son recently started at Providence, and he has become a huge Providence men's basketball fan, even more so than some of my other coworkers who actually attended Providence. He's always talking about recruiting, coaching searches, watches every game in detail. He's even got season tickets for Providence. His younger son is starting at Georgetown next year, and he already bought season tickets for them and is planning to go to several games. Am I wrong that thinking he's a fraud for instantly becoming a massive fan for a college he had no previous ties to at 50-plus years old? Will he become a bigger fan of Georgetown now that his younger son's attending there? I understand supporting a school your kids go to, but I feel like you can't just decide to be a massive fan of a college team at that age. What do you guys think?
This is that guy.
Yeah, it's that guy, fraud. Not somebody I'd want to hang with, that's for sure. No, I don't get. I've explained this. You don't go there. Your kids don't go there. You're mad.
His kids go. You mean the Providence part?
Yes.
Oh, got it.
It was just because he knew somebody?
No, Providence was just like local connection, I believe.
I thought he said his son went there.
No, his son's going to Georgetown.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, he said he grew up in the Jersey area, went to a small D3 college.
Right. Got that.
Oh, his son recently started at Providence. Yeah, so one kid started at Providence.
One went to Providence, so he became a Providence fan.
And now the younger son's going to Georgetown.
All right, so Don, again, I'll argue. My money goes to that school. I'm a fan of the school.
I guess.
If my other son now goes to Georgetown, I got two going to two different schools. I'm a fan of both schools. It doesn't make me a fraud. Doesn't make me a fraud. I'm a fan of both schools because I'm paying for this.
I missed the part that his son went there. All right. There was a lot of information.
Yeah. Did you Google how much tuition is at both those schools?
Oh, I'm sure it's outrageous.
You'll see why. It does matter to me, the success. Yes, it does.
Now, the only Western Conference captain
that
is way out of the playoffs, Alan.
Yes.
Is Michael Backlund in Calgary.
That's who I was looking at.
Now, he's not from Central New York.
Well, it doesn't mean he doesn't live there.
But he could live there.
What is Backlund? Backlund is what is that? Is that Swedish?
I think so.
Right? I'm thinking Backstrom. So is Backlund, is that also a Swedish name?
I don't know why he felt like he couldn't mention him.
I know. Big secret. But now
Yeah, he's from Sweden.
Okay. So
just fell in love with Central New York.
And decides his off season spent in Central New York would be just wonderful.
Yeah, I got to just hang in Cortland, man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for Fraud Alert Friday.
Fraud.
Oh, I love it, Don.
But you know what's interesting about but he's got another son that goes to Georgetown. So
yeah,
how do you make that work?
What do you mean?
Well, he's not a fan of Georgetown. His money, doesn't he pay for his other son to go there?
Well, yeah, his money's going to 2 schools.
You know what? I just have a feeling, just a feeling.
Yeah.
And I apologize ahead of time. Feels like that this is a bad guy.
Who's a bad guy? The guy telling on him?
No, the guy that's being told on.
See, I think the guy narking on him is like he's being that guy. It's like
no, because
it's like his
kind of
kids are
what we
going to
do.
these schools.
No,
What do you
I
want
think
him
he
to
wanted to be a part of our bit. You know, so no, I don't look at this as narking. I think that he's doing a service.
A service?
Well, because if they're all narcs, then
these
then
are
we wouldn't have
extenuating
anybody email us.
circumstances. It's different if he randomly likes Providence for no reason whatsoever.
That would be fraudulent.
And then sends his kid to Georgetown, and now I'm a Georgetown fan. That's the part that's like, wait a minute.
But
either you
shouldn't
stick
he
with it
be
or not.
based on your thought that, hey, where my money's going, I should be a fan?
Well,
so
like
if he
I
goes
said,
in the transfer portal.
If he if he didn't have kids going to both schools, if one of the schools was just I'm a fan of this school, right? Dave's boys, nobody's going to Georgetown, right? Rothenberg,
No.
but he's a Georgetown
not
fan.
Not on our salary.
But he's a Georgetown fan. That's the part I like. You know.
It's him being a Georgetown fan, honestly, I think borders on being stupid. Because it's all based on how well they played 40 years ago.
Yep.
They haven't played that well since Peter. They've got no shot of being the Patrick Ewing Georgetown Hoyas ever again.
None shot.
What, never
That
again?
era's over.
Ever.
That era's over.
Ever.
It died with John Thompson?
Well, I'm going to tell you, because that's
Well,
it.
Somebody's
Right?
got to
With
step
John
up with some
Thompson.
NIL.
What
Then
did they do
maybe.
before? What have they done after?
Yeah.
Patrick tried to go back as a coach. Not good.
No. You ever shot that shot? You practiced that shot?
I just like getting on Dave for being that guy with Georgetown.
You know what? By the way, though, Georgetown is an interesting school and, like, overall program. Like, Don, it's almost a list. Programs, like, or teams, whatever word you want to use.
Okay.
Teams that have continued to have sort of a real credibility attached to their name and, like, respectability, who really their pockets of being good are incredibly small.
Yeah.
Like, Georgetown you think of as being like, no, it's Georgetown. That's serious basketball. It has not been good basically
long time
since Iverson left. I mean, moments with Roy Hibbert,
Yeah.
moments here, moments there, but generally.
No, it's kind of just based on one particular era. UNLV's like that, too. There's a couple
That's a
of
great
them
one, too.
That
That's
are
a
like
very good
that.
one.
And you know what, guys?
Because of the money.
And, guys, Fraud Alert Friday, of course, brought to you by D'Agostino Law.
Yes, it is.
35 years getting accident victims and Social Security disability clients every dollar they deserve. Offices in New York and New Jersey, 1-800-BITE-BACK, 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino, play the song.
D'Agostino.
Bite back.
Yankees win, so they're on the table. Lots to get to. ENN at 6. Take up until 7 o'clock, and then it's Ty Butler on ESPN New York.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with 0 alcohol, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and 0 calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
ESPN New York is teaming up with Calandra's Bakery to give you the chance to win a pair of tickets to see New York take on Charlotte Sunday, April 12th at Madison Square Garden. Entering is easy. Stop by Calandra's Bakery on Bloomfield Avenue in Caldwell, New Jersey anytime between March 4th and April 7th to enter in person. Full details and contest rules are on the ESPN New York app. Don't miss your shot to be there live. Brought to you by Calandra's Bakery in Caldwell, home of fresh-baked classic Italian pastries and traditions baked daily.
The NFL Draft is coming on Thursday, April 23rd, and New York is on the clock. The Jets pick 2nd and 16th. The Giants pick 5th. And Rick DiPietro and Dave Rothenberg are breaking it all down live. Join ESPN New York's Couchcast, your second screen for the NFL Draft. Real-time reactions, instant takes, and everything New York fans care about. Watch along, react with us, and don't miss a single moment. ESPN New York's Couchcast is on draft night, April 23rd at 8 p.m., presented by Calandra's Bakery. Freddie in Conjures, you're on ESPN New York. What's up, Freddie?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good.
Good. A couple days ago, Alan, you and Don were talking, and you asked Don, between the Eagles and the Cowboys, who do you hate most?
Right.
And you guys had that conversation, and that was good. But then you said to Don, am I wrong to hate the Dolphins more than I hate New England?
Yeah.
And as a lifelong Dolphin fan, who for the last 3 or 5 years has had nothing to cheer for.
Last how many years?
I tell people 35.
35, yeah.
Makes them feel
That's
well,
a
actually
lot
longer than that. Since I was,
it's
since
amazing.
I was 10 years old.
Yeah, it's sad.
All right.
That's a long run.
It is sad. I mean, I loved the 80s when Dolphin and Jet fans could hate each other.
Yeah, we had reason to. Well, we had reason to. They pretty good offenses going head-to-head back then.
Yeah. But since then, all I get is, oh, geez, I feel sorry for you. Or, nobody hates us because we pose no threat. So as a football fan, I think the best compliment is that another football fan of another team hates your team. So when you said that the other day, for a few fleeting moments, I was like, wow, somebody hates us.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of Dolphin fans.
Here's what fun. No. Can I put it? Can I do this though? I guarantee you're like, but I don't hate the Jets. Because you don't see it that, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't look at it probably. You probably don't hate the Jets. You probably despise them, like they're pathetic, which I understand. But you don't have that same equal animosity, right? Which makes it for me almost depressing. It's like real rivalries are when both teams hate each other or both fan bases hate each other. That doesn't exist. It's the same as Patriots fans. They don't look at the Jets and go, "Oh, I can't. I hate the Jets." No, they look at the Jets and go, "Give me a break. You guys suck."
Oh, listen. You made his day,
It's
Alan.
like
Isn't
back
that
in
nice?
the heyday. You know, back in the heyday, I didn't hate New England because they were a doormat.
Oh,
what did I care?
Oh, back in those days, man, with Pat the Patriot on the helmet, forget it. Those were fun those days.
Those times are over. Freddie, thanks for the phone call.
Good stuff,
But
Freddie.
You know what's interesting, Peter? Because I'm starting to make the list in my head of the teams that you basically just had the one era, right?
Yeah.
That's it. I think the Dolphins are in that category. Shula. What are the Dolphins?
Yeah, they have the undefeated
before or
season.
after Shula.
They have the undefeated season. That's all they got.
I mean, then they had
That
their
and the Super
moments.
Bowl.
They went
Well,
to
the Super Bowl appearance with Marino.
But with Shula, like that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, they had they had that one appearance or a couple of baby appearances with Jimmy Johnson. I remember they gave up 60 points in a playoff game to Jacksonville when Jimmy Johnson was the coach. So they had little tiny moments of playoff berths or whatever. But think about it. What are the Dolphins without Shula?
Not good.
Now, he was there a long time.
A very long time.
But it's almost like, when most of it's college, like Penn State, it's Paterno. But they have had some moments beyond it, but not really. What's Syracuse without Boeheim? Who were they
that's
before
only
Boeheim,
one,
and what
by
have
the
they been
way.
after?
That's one.
That's certainly one. That is certainly one.
No, and one title. Like, remember.
Well, you just said it. What's Georgetown without John Thompson?
You know what? Because you brought up something real quick, because then we got to go to break. I showed it to Peter yesterday.
You did. Good for you. I wasn't there.
No, somebody got into the Meadowlands and sent pictures.
Joe, you saw that, right?
And it's amazing. It's like a zombie movie. It is exactly when they left it in 2007.
Nothing has been touched, which blows my mind. Don't they still use it?
They use it. Bands rent it out to rehearse before they go on tour.
Oh, sound check. Yeah.
Yeah, like Bon Jovi's going to go on tour, so they'll rent it out for like a week and play.
They do that with the Coliseum on the island. Yeah.
There's an ad for Xanadu coming soon. Like up on one of the scoreboard.
It's still there.
I got to go back. I mean, because it was 2007. It was the spring of 2007. They lost to the Senators in the playoffs, and then that was it, right? So it hasn't been 20 years, but it's still been a while. Like, and it just kind of. But there was an article because now people are starting to respond to what happened. Is they hosted a Final Four?
Yeah. It's
the Meadowlands, Peter, hosted a Final Four.
The last arena to host the Final Four.
Can
That's
you
Carmelo
imagine?
Anthony's, right?
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony's title in 96.
Yeah.
Can you imagine now an arena having it? Never mind the Meadowlands.
Oh, he did it again. Don did it again.
What did
Voice
I do?
broke?
No, it's the crazy when he it's frantic Don. He gets to that place again.
Frantic Don.
I'm trying to get back from this cold.
We're trying to get you back.
And listen, I'm passionate, man. I'm just having a conversation. And
listen, and we love every minute of it.
It's really hard to do this show, honestly.
I know it's tough.
Imagine if you were thin-skinned and very sensitive to criticism.
Listen, Michael,
you would not survive.
The way
this
this show is being done, I think Michael would have a nervous.
Well, and for the record, if you remember, Michael would sometimes get upset with me for doing it too much. He could only handle it to a point.
Really?
Yeah,
it's all just joking.
I know,
like,
but
we're just
it
ripping on each
it is a workout. It is a bit of a workout. But the Yankees had their win. They're 6-1. We'll get into that. We'll hear from Aaron Boone. Take you up until 7 o'clock, and then it's Ty Butler here on ESPN New York.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about something. Also, Anthony, in the meantime, while I'm reading this thing about FanDuel that I'm excited about, can you please pull up the drop of when Don was famously asked about the doubleheader record, if you don't mind? Real quick, though, guys, things are heating up in the tournament, and FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single game day leading up to the big championship game. Build a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout, or try live betting and jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. That's FanDuel.com/local to claim your first profit boost and keep the action going from now till the big championship game. All right, FanDuel, play your game, 21 or over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with the gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. And before we go to break, Don, do you know what the Yankees' record is after today?
The Yankees have played 7 doubleheaders this year, Don and Peter. That's 14 games. What do you think their record is?
6-1.
There you go.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Yanks home opener wrapped up not too long ago in the Bronx. Lots of happy fans heading over to the outbound George Deegan northbound, just packed, approaching the Cross Bronx. Delays there from the Triborough and the Bruckner. Cross Bronx westbound, bumper to bumper from the Bronx River Parkway through to underneath the apartments. Inbound George, not too bad. Upper deck, just about 5 to 10 minutes. Outbound Lincoln and Holland Tunnels, about a 10 to 15 minute ride. Not so great over in Queens. Belt eastbound, a truck snuck on the roadway. Tried to make his way onto the eastbound Southern State in Nassau County. Got stuck underneath that overpass. Only one lane is squeezing by. Traffic is stopped there from JFK. Also affecting the Cross Island southbound. Slow crawl there from the LIE. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabits per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios Internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087, 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087, or simply visit tra.com.
What's up, Met fans? This is Francisco Lindor.
This is Devin Williams. This is Luke Weaver. Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Deep to left field. There it goes. See ya. A long home run for Judge. And the Yankees lead 2-1.
Opening day at the stadium is a good one for the Yankees. They cruised to an 8-2 victory over the Marlins, who were 5-1 themselves coming into the game. So it's not nothing. I don't know how good the Marlins are going to be this year, but at least coming in they were hot. And the Yankees cool them off. Best record in baseball at 6-1. And how about this stat?
Wait. Best record in baseball at 6-1. You know it's a special record, Don.
Yes.
It's a holiday we should all celebrate.
It's a big milestone. We know
Yes.
that.
6-1.
That's right, Don. 6-1.
Their starters are allowed 2 runs or fewer in the first 7 games. That's the second time it's happened in franchise history. The first time was 1911.
Wow.
Wait, say this stat one more time.
Starters.
allowed 2 runs or fewer, the starters.
Starters have.
In the first 7 games. For the second time in franchise history and for the first time since 1911.
11.
2 runs or fewer.
Yeah. The starters have been excellent. So Warren, who gave up the run in the first inning, but he ended up having a good outing. But how about this overall, though? They've only allowed 8 runs for the whole season.
Well, yeah.
Fewest by a team in its first 7 games ever. Tied with the 0-2 Giants and the 93 Braves.
Well, that's the starters. Now, overall, allowing runs, they've allowed .92. That's the second lowest in American League history. The 2018 Red Sox, through first 7, allowed .86. Now, I'm not mistaken, that Red Sox team went on to win the World Series. So,
pretty good team.
I know it's early, but how
I hate that.
are you
Stop
not
saying early.
thrilled? Well, no, because I'm just acknowledging
I
the
know.
fact. But I'm not going to I'm not going to poo-poo it and just say, "Oh, it's early, who cares?" No, 6-1, best record in baseball, and if you've watched this team, they can get better offensively. Judge has 3 home runs.
Yep.
But Cole and Rodon haven't pitched yet.
That's
and
my
they're
point.
off to an amazing start.
See,
Like,
okay,
you
that's
should
why
have
I'm excited. If you were going to say, well, like it's only 7 games and all that stuff, what is there to be excited about? That part, because this rotation is only going to get better with the return of 2 high-level starters, which gives you so many options. Now, you're expecting, of course, the high-level starters who are coming off injury to play at a high level. But I'm just saying, like, if you could turn, like, it's like Will Warren, you could turn him into Garrett Cole. And keep Fried and keep Schlittler. Like, think about that for a minute. That's not nothing, as you would say, Don.
Yeah. Is Ottavito on your screen right now?
I turned it
on.
Oh. He's on mine.
Because I think I have a doppelganger for Adam Ottavito.
Okay.
Matt Martin.
Now you're motivating me.
Yes, I figured I would. Take a look when they show a close-up of him. The jawline. There's something to it.
Okay.
Of course, they're going to go to commercial, so you'll
well,
see it next week.
I'm way ahead too, so I'm warming up. Yeah, they're already going to commercial. So,
but keep an eye on it. I wonder if anybody else agrees.
Okay.
But no, you can't not be excited about it. Usually, there's always something to complain about with the Yankees. Somebody's not doing something. Something's irritating you. But if you're a Yankee fan right now, what is bothering you? They ran it back, and everything has been spectacular.
A lot of times early in the season, it's generally, if like last year, the whole story was, of course, the torpedo bats and the offense, and how this offense was, going to be overwhelming. It's again, and every year they were one of the best offenses in the sport, right? And you're spoiled by that. And I don't think the story is the offense this year. They get timely hitting. Rice hit another home run, by the way. Judge has 6 hits and 3 of them are home runs, right? He's not exactly.
Right.
He's not exactly hitting a high percentage average, but it's the fact that he is, at least when he's making contact, half the time it's going out.
But we've seen.
But I'm talking about pitching, which we've talked about with this Yankee team for how many years, where it wasn't something that Cashman wanted to invest in that much, but he would try to get arms, and sometimes it was swing and misses, no pun intended, on some of the pitchers they've brought in, and then you're looking at the potential of having a rotation of at least 4 aces. The potential of 4 aces on your pitching rotation. It's exciting to think about the possibilities of knowing the offense is going to be good and looking at the potential of having one of the best pitching staffs in the sport, which has not always been the case. So that's why I'm excited about this.
It's never
start.
the case. Because the one thing, if you want to go back to the last time they won, which is 2009, which is not yesterday, but it's not that long ago, but it's
long enough.
Pretty significant period of time for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Hitting has not been the problem. It's been a problem in the postseason. But the regular season has really not been about offense. They've never had pitching like this that I can remember. And knowing that if Cole and Rodon come back to the way they're supposed to be, that you're going to have every night a really good to great starter. Now, how do you not win? Because you're not going to be able to hit. Hitting goes into slumps. Hitting, you get to certain points in the year where for whatever reason they're not finding holes and you just struggle offensively.
Of course.
You usually don't struggle with your pitching. Like, your pitching shouldn't go into slumps. They may not pitch to the back of their baseball card every 5 days, but there's never a time where, wow, we're just not getting any pitching this month. Like, with this rotation the way that it is, yeah, Cole may not have it one night, gets batted around. You still might win the game because you're a good offensive team.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not going to be where you go through the whole rotation and nobody's giving you anything and you lose 5-6 in a row. Like, when everybody comes back and they're healthy, you're going to have quality every single night.
Yeah,
with
and that feels
already good.
That feels like the late 90s. I hate to do this, but there was a time in the late 90s where every time a starter took the mound, other than Arabu, of course, but there was just, it felt like every night your starter, you had, unless he was just kind of a bad night, which does happen, but it just felt, you never felt like, well, you hope he can get through the first three or any of that stuff.
Right.
And again, and Warren's been good. He hasn't, like, I don't want to take away from what he's been. He was good last year, not great, but good. But again, if you're replacing him as a righty with Garrett Cole, and if, Rodon, like, Weathers is someone you brought in, you signed, you have great expectations for, he turns into a fifth starter? Let's not forget about Clark Schmidt either. Like, there's options that not only are who can we go with as a rotation, but who is somebody that at the trade deadline, when teams are looking for starting pitching, can we get something in return for?
Well, this is your rotation in 98. All right, I guess that's the recent gold standard
for the
Yankees.
Of course.
114 wins during the regular season, 125 total counting the playoffs.
Yeah.
El Duque, Andy Pettit, Hideki Arabu, David Cohn, David Wells. This rotation potentially could be better than that.
And Arabu that year wasn't terrible, right? I think
no.
He was bad, I think. Was it – I'm trying – everything's a blur. But I know he was pretty good in one of those years. But still, that's a solid rotation.
Yeah, you're talking about, Pettit, 16 wins. Wells, 18 wins. Cohn was a 20-game winner that year.
Yep. Yeah, Wells and Cohn were
Arabu,
fantastic
13.
that year.
Hernandez was 12 wins, but we know how good he was in the postseason.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, like still, Pettit pitched to over a 4 earned run average, so did Arabu. They all were 3.5 or higher in the rotation. So they gave up their share, but they also scored a ton.
Yes.
And, of course, you had, a bullpen of Rivera, Mendoza, Stanton, Nelson, Lloyd. I'm just saying that if you start comparing yourself to the 98 Yankees, you're in pretty good shape. Now, we'll see if Cam continues to play the way he's doing. Warren, how long will it take for Cole to get back to where he needs to be? Rodon wasn't a perfect pitcher when he was here. So there's still potential there. But with Fried at the top of this rotation, Schlittler, Cole, you're comparing it. Now, would I compare the offense to the 98 Yankees? No. But I think that this could be a better rotation. It's hard to be a better bullpen when you've got Mo there. I mean,
but I'll tell you
Bednar's not Mo.
But Bednar's better. I'm only comparing it to last year and really 2 years ago. 2 years ago, got to the World Series. Last year was another 90-plus win team. And I'm looking at it already saying that you have a better closer to start the year. Now, I know they got Bednar later in the year, but he's now a full year as your closer. That's as good a closer that you've had. Duvall's had a good start, although the last time out he got a little shaky. Cruz's been good. Hill, you know what you're getting from him. I like this bullpen better. If they get something out of Jake Bird, who was a disaster last year.
Sure. I'm just having fun with, this is how good this team could be.
Yeah.
Well,
and why does Don keep Don? Where do you go?
I don't know.
I'm right here.
No, you're not.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know where you're going.
You've been gone all day
for the last 30 minutes.
No, he's
every
here,
10
but
seconds.
It's almost like you are just pressing a button that turns off your camera randomly.
I don't know. Because
I'm going to tell you
gone again.
Look at you.
I'm going to tell you why. And it makes me sick.
Okay,
no.
listening.
Don't.
Patiently.
My son's friends are calling on the iPad.
Do not disturb.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Yes.
How do you do that?
Oh my
The moon.
Sonny,
Hit the moon.
Can you tell me how to do that?
You have to
take the iPad,
swipe,
and smack it against my head.
Yes.
and you swipe down from the top right, and there'll be a little moon.
Across.
And you can tap the moon.
Yes.
And hit
Let me see if I'm.
It says focus.
Let me just make sure. I'm going to talk to you, Alan and Peter, just to make
Go
sure
ahead,
that I'm.
And we know this is a hard day
For
you.
2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
The reason that Don is cutting in and out is not because of the internet in his basement.
No.
Not because the iPad's dying.
No.
Because Marco's friends are calling the iPad.
Anthony, when you have children, and Peter, give it time. When Maya is older and has friends, you will see that this is a thing. They
All
just,
right.
and if you don't answer, they just keep calling until someone answers.
I'm gonna go take a walk. Jacob, can you handle the next 6 minutes?
He needs a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Poor Anthony. He'll never have. Anthony will never have children.
What
I
happened?
think.
Well, no. Well, I think
Where'd he go?
Anthony,
Where's Don now?
I think we don't know.
I just went to do
Oh,
not
there he
disturb.
is.
Oh, Don's back.
All
It's
right.
Did it work? You think did it seem to work?
Don's back, but we lost Anthony.
Anthony,
Why did he walk away? Why?
Because
We're too
he
stressful?
realized that you never hit the focus button before the show started, as a gentleman would.
And now he's had enough.
I didn't think I had to until all of a sudden, because all these kids are off from school.
That's right, and that's all they do. And if you don't answer, have you noticed this? If they don't answer the first FaceTime call, they just keep calling.
And I think it's beyond that. I think that with these FaceTimes, when people come in and out, it rings again. It just keeps ringing. It's
like swingers. John Favreau just kept calling the answer machine.
And now, has there been any consideration to maybe there being a separate iPad that the kids use, not Dad's iPad?
We do.
What do you mean?
But it's the account, though, Peter. It doesn't matter.
He just likes mine.
He doesn't have his own account.
No, well, he's not having his own
You're
account.
not giving him an account at 8 years old.
But it's all fixed. I put the do not disturb. I didn't realize it had to be a thing.
There you go.
I wasn't up on all that. I thought maybe if I did that, that would mean I wouldn't be able to use the iPad as a camera. But I found out, you know what? The old man can learn a few things.
Look at that.
The old dog can learn a few new tricks.
We're so proud of you.
But we broke Anthony in the process, and I apologize.
He's lost. Do you guys know that, speaking of, like, I don't know about old, but young, but something tonight in baseball is actually pretty special. So Pittsburgh, which has been a doormat of the league for so many years, not only has Paul Skeens, but Connor Griffin. Do you hear about this kid?
No, what's going on with him?
4 years, $140 million contract that he signed. 9 years. What am I saying? 4. 9 years, $140 million contract that he just signed. He's 19 years old. He's the first teenager to make his Major League Baseball debut since Juan Soto in 2018. First Pirates teenager to suit up since 1998. He is the number one prospect in the minors, like by a mile. His shortstop, 6'3", big body, runs like the wind, amazing athlete who can also just hit the hell out of the ball. And they decided to do this right before today's home opener. Very smart by the Pirates. Pack the place, get some excitement about your team. But think about it. They gave him a $100 million contract. That's wild. So that's happening today.
Wow.
And it's, again, for a franchise like that with already rumors about Skeens and what his future is going to be, and no one believes he's going to stay there. Not only he's not the only phenom they have. They've got this kid Griffin. People think is just going to be the next big thing. Like this is what Bryce Harper, Soto. Who else came into the league as a teenager? Like
not too many.
It's a big deal.
No, it's a big deal, and this is what the Pirates have to do, because that's the feeling, right? He won't be here long. The second he becomes a free agent, when that 9 years are up, he's going to be gone. So take advantage of it. Or we're going to have to trade him a few years in because, we're not going to be able to afford to lose him for nothing.
9-year contract. Yeah.
But listen, they're obviously drafting well with all this bad baseball, but they want to be able to know that they can hold on to these guys. And the fact that people just waiting for Skeens to get dealt. And I give Pittsburgh credit. They don't seem to want to do it. Seems like the rest of the league believes it's a fait accompli they're sticking to their guns, but they're going to have to start winning.
Did you see the story? So the Post had a story that the Yankees were close, I guess, to getting him. They're like 4 of their top prospects were going to go, and they were going to get him. And then I think Klappich completely just dumped water on it and said that's not true, that teams called seeing if the Pirates would be willing to move on from Skeens. He's that good. And you'd be willing to give up anything for him, and that nothing came of it, and the Pirates just said no.
Well,
but it feels like, you're right, it does feel like at some point, and I guess there's also that other story about Skeens saying that his destination would be the Yankees.
Well, we'll see, if there's going to be a salary cap after the lockout.
That changes everything.
That can change everything. But
yep.
Yankees right now don't need him the way they're pitching, and Warren pitched today. Did well, 5 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs. Aaron Boone talked about his performance.
Go ahead, Aaron.
He sure did.
I thought he handled all that comes with this day very well. He was, I think, having fun, very much in the moment, and calm and under control. And I think the experience he's gained over the last couple of years have served him well to know how to navigate these spots where, you have a tendency to be a little charged up.
And he talked about the Yankees' offensive approach against the Marlins.
Obviously, we end up putting 8 on the board late, but I loved our at-bats all day. We couldn't break it open for a while, but I thought everyone up and down, I thought the bottom of the order did a really good job of controlling the zone. Perez is really good, and we made him work. We're able to kind of manufacture a couple runs. We got the running game going a little bit, but it was our patience today that, really served us well, and I think did allow us to kind of really ultimately break through there in the end.
The only home runs, or the only runs the Marlins scored were solo home runs, including Xavier Edwards in the top of the first inning that gave the Marlins the 1-0 lead, and Will Warren talked about bouncing back after giving up that home run in the first.
Solo homers aren't going to beat us. I think if we attack early, the odds are in our favor. We got good defense behind us to make some plays, and so just getting back in there and, attacking.
Good first day. Good first day for the Yankees at home. Good start to the season, winning 6 of their first 7. And you got to feel good as a Yankee fan. 1-800-919-3776. Want to hear from you. 6 o'clock, not just ENN, but the Final 4 of Drop Madness. We will reveal the championship game on Monday in Drop Madness. Take up until 7 o'clock, and then it's Ty Butler right here on ESPN New York.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. And I know how a serious accident can change your life just like that.
I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and I understand that with pain comes medical bills and time out of work. Let us get you justice.
This is John Ryan, the closer. For over 35 years, our family has been getting accident victims every dollar they deserve.
I started this firm for the injured so they can bite back against the insurance companies.
Our legacy is to get you justice. Bite back.
To get you paid. Bite back.
At D'Agostino & Associates, bite back means fight back. When you're hurt and they blame you, we bite back and get you every dollar you deserve. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey, so call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. 1-800-248-3222. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step. registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Some good news over in Queens. Belt eastbound, that tractor-trailer that snuck on the roadway and tried to make his way onto the eastbound Southern State in Nassau County picked up. All lanes back open. You're still bumper to bumper there from right after JFK. Good thing, too, we've got the Islanders home tonight over at the UBS Arena, affecting the Cross Islands southbound. You're still stop and go there from the LIE. Heading over to the outbound, George, worst of it, Deegan northbound. Earlier this afternoon, Yanks home opener. You're solid heading over to the Cross Bronx. Delays go back across the Triborough and up onto the Bruckner. Inbound, George, not too bad of a ride for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln and Holland Tunnels, just about 5 to 10 minutes each. This report is sponsored by Sesame Workshop. The world needs Sesame Street, and right now Sesame needs you. Donate today. Visit sesame.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Harry Douglas here. I don't wait for birthdays to celebrate. I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes like rich vanilla birthday cake with buttery funfetti goodness. Seriously, it's unapologetically extra in the best way. And it's sugar-free, so I get all that cake flavor without the guilt. It's tiny, portable, and ready for whenever I need a quick boost. I keep one with me because you never know when you'll need a little party energy. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, fellas.
It's time. There you go.
Yankees beat the Marlins 8-2. Judge and Ben Rice with home runs. Coverage of Knicks Bulls starts on 10:50 at 7 o'clock. Alan Hahn will be all over it television-wise.
No, I will be on the radio call.
You got to be kidding me. How was I not alerted to this?
How do we find this out now?
Why now?
Like, is it my job to promote myself?
Yes.
The station doesn't know?
No.
It's on the manifest. I'm on the call with I was going to say Ty Butler. No. Tyler Murray.
Yep.
We are doing the call. I'm also doing pre and post as well on TV because there's no one available. Everybody's at the Final Four. I'm the only one left working. So it's just, you're going to get way too much of me. You're going to be sick of me by the end of the game.
This is going to be good, actually.
It's a good take.
All right.
That's really
I'm going to be in the car driving to get my drink on.
So
why am I on 1050 tonight? What is this about?
Well, there's a little problem, first of all, because I'm going to show everybody. Because we got see this
You're
right
going to
here?
show it now?
It says right there that Alan's on the call. So,
it does, doesn't it?
Well, where am I?
So that's a me issue.
I don't look at the manifest.
Second of all, of course, we have the Mets and the Giants tonight.
That's right, Mets and Giants.
Nobody wants to listen to that. Come on. This is Knicks Bulls. You realize the Bulls are
a team that play in the NBA?
They are, technically.
Stop it.
All right.
You're playing like a hot water heater with a Bulls jersey on.
It's a fair point. It is the last team with a losing
water
record. No, it's really funny, though. That's actually very funny. It's the last team with a losing record the Knicks will play for the rest of this season.
Well, there you go.
How about that? How about that fact?
They're teasing you. But despite Allen's comments, the Mets and the Giants in San Francisco will be on right after Ty Butler on 8:30.
Nobody cares.
9:30. Islanders and Flyers.
I'm just kidding.
On the island at 7, and the Nets host the Hawks at 7:30. If nobody cares about Giants-Mets, what are you saying about Nets-Hawks?
Wow.
That's not fair. That's not even a thing.
It's not. It's
Well, so is that what is wearing a Nets jersey in this scenario? If the Bulls, it's a hot water heater.
It's if the hot water heater broke and you've got like a pool of water, and then there's a Net jersey.
I thought you'd say like a plunger with a Nets jersey on it.
Well, that would be something.
That would be
Tullamore
something.
Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Now Anthony can't not see it. I don't know if you've seen it.
What is it with
Again,
seeing it?
Matt Martin. Adam Ottavino.
All right, I don't have Adam. I don't.
But at least because Anthony's a friend and he wanted to check it out after I said it.
Oh.
Well, Anthony stepped out the room.
He left again?
Yes, but I did Google Matt Martin when Don mentioned Adam Ottavino.
Yeah.
Striking resemblance.
Striking.
Really? All right, striking. That's
I
strong.
don't throw these things out.
No, I understand.
No
willy-nilly.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a professional.
Now listen, there's holes all over this argument as far as people killing me for saying I have an agenda. And it's true. I can't argue that, but that still doesn't, it shouldn't diminish my point. This is coming from a devil guy. And it's also ripping a network I used to be on that I'm not on anymore.
Okay.
So you could accuse me of saying, oh, Don wouldn't say this if he was still doing the Rangers. Oh, Don wouldn't say that if he was still on Yes.
All right.
If you know me, I would, but I can't argue with you.
Right.
But I'm sorry, Yes. You got to air Jack Hughes' first pitch.
They didn't?
And I know they're going to say, if Michael were here, well, you don't know the logistics, Don. We've got commercials to sell. It's the first pitch. You're the Yankees. I know the Yankees don't own all of Yes anymore, but they could still coordinate and say, we're going to time this out so it ends up on TV.
And why
we scored
wouldn't
the golden goal, for God's
why
sake.
wouldn't Yes want that? Like,
Exactly.
Why wouldn't you want that?
Exactly, and I'm sure they could work it out. Now, Yes did obviously tape it and air it during the course of the game. Okay, they didn't completely ignore it, and I'm
Okay.
sure there's logistics. But you've known, listen, it wasn't out there, but it was known by the Yankees and by the Devils that Jack Hughes was going to throw out the first pitch.
Mhm.
Probably knew for over a week. So they could have figured it out, the timing, so it could be on TV so that everybody can enjoy it, not just the people that are in the building.
How often? But tell me this though. When do they show the first pitch?
Because it's
opening
not
pitch
the
live,
it's not the
besides
executive
playoff
of Star Insurance throwing out the first pitch.
No,
Peter.
but short of like a World
Star
Series game, where it's like something massive. How often do they do that?
They never
for opening for your home opener. I think you'll see that.
Right. Again,
Yeah,
it's
I'm a
not
little
George
surprised,
Bush
too.
after 9/11. I'm
Well,
not
no.
crazy.
No, but you still it's not Thing, right?
Right.
Well, I
It's not-
couldn't
it's
find
not
Thing, though.
Thing throwing
I
out
went
the first
looking for
pitch.
Thing, couldn't find it.
Well, keep looking.
But I'm just saying
but
if it-
honestly, I'm with Don though. This is a little different because it's a pretty special guest. It's a special kind of connection. He's there. I could see you saying like let's send it down to the field or something like that. But they chose not to, and then they did show it eventually. But
I wanted to get the I knew it was going to be overwhelmingly positive, but are there Ranger fans that might boo him?
Oh, the crowd?
I
Yeah.
just thought I wanted to see it. And
I
I'm
get it.
sure I'm sure if we called him, he would talk about the logistics of. I get it. Nobody shows anthems anymore, right? The national anthem
rare.
is not used because again, that's 2 minutes that they can use for ad time.
Yes.
But the Yankees could have coordinated the first pitch at a point. I'm not. The Yankees aren't blameless in this either. Let's make it work so it's on TV.
Yeah. I get
it's
it.
Not nobody. Again, it's not George Bush after 9/11.
But it's
Scored the
still
golden
it's
goal.
your
It's a big deal.
It's your home opener, and it's they're showing it actually right now. It's the Prevagen Yankees memorable moment, and they're just showing it right now. So, By the way, so just to follow up on the Connor Griffin thing.
Yeah.
The kid already has an RBI, his first major league hit, drew a walk as well. Pirates are up 4-0 in the fifth against the Orioles. Like some prospects, they just have it, right? It's just there. It's crazy. A walk, a hit, an RBI. Tremendous.
No, I want these teams to be able to hold on to their prospects.
He's 19 and he's not even rattled a little bit. That's impressive.
So he signed a 9-year contract, right?
Yeah, $140 million.
To you and me.
And he's 19.
Yes, established.
So he is going to be, prime is strong, but he's going to be 28 years old when he's a free agent.
Yeah.
We're pretty much in his prime still. And if the current economics of baseball don't change drastically, his chances of staying in Pittsburgh beyond 26 or 27 are slim because they're not going to want to lose him as a free agent, so they're probably going to trade him when his value's high, when he maybe has a year or two left on his contract to get as much back as possible. You're chasing your tail, right? That you get these prospects, they're great, and just as they start to come into their own and it's time for them to get paid, you end up trading them away as salary dumps because you can't afford to keep them.
Well, I hope in his contract there are accelerators because if he's who he's supposed to be, within 3 years he'll be grossly underpaid. $140 million sounds like a lot, but over 9 years?
Right. So at some point he's going to have if he ends up being the player that you're saying, he's going to have a monster MVP type of season. And he's going to want to renegotiate the contract that is, at that point, depending again what the economics are going to be,
right?
Not the value,
not even close.
If they're going to be taken out of it. That's why, with this labor, there's going to be. Michael has outlined it. December 1st is when the CBA expires. They're going to be locked out immediately. That's just the way it works.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, they're going to have to negotiate before the start of the season. And we may see time taken away from the game. I hope they resolve their issues, and hopefully it'll be a salary cap because I think that's ultimately how you resolve it. Otherwise, you're going to have to keep revisiting this. You can't have teams that do the right thing. Now, if you tell me Pittsburgh's hiding money, hoarding money, not spending money, well, then they don't have a kick coming.
Yeah.
But I find it very difficult to believe that the Pittsburgh Pirates can compete with the Yankees and the Mets and the Dodgers and the Phillies when it comes to salaries. Because it's Pittsburgh.
But
you know what? In
don't
football,
want to,
Steelers,
right?
Good every year, right?
Yeah,
Penguins, Penguins have won a bunch of cups in the NHL, right? Post salary cap.
Yep.
But in baseball, you're, that kooky little team that every once in a while makes the wild card, but for the most part are just in existence to supply talent to the big market teams.
No. Baseball and basketball are two sports that are incredibly top-heavy. And the problem in baseball is that the bad teams are just bad and end up being just keep recycling, the next, young players taking a stab at, one or two veterans, but for the most, nobody wants to play there, and it just becomes a wasteland, some of these places. Right. And then the NBA, it's the fact that a third of the league isn't even trying to win. And you get these awful games like we're seeing now at the end of the season. It's bad for the product. But these are two sports they're so top-heavy that it's great for the teams that every year are really good and have a chance, but it's bad for the overall idea of everyone having a chance to win. That's not a real thing in baseball.
But the difference, because the NBA has a salary cap, if the Memphis Grizzlies or the Nets, say, figure it out, draft well, they've got a fighting chance to keep their players. Now, those players may not want to play for the Grizzlies or for the Nets or for the Sacramento Kings. That's a different story.
No, the
but
Grizzlies
they at least
were
can afford to keep them.
The Nets can certainly spend. Their owner's one of the richest owners in the sport, right? So the Nets don't have a money problem. It's just what they decided to do when they bailed out of the KD and Kyrie thing is they've pivoted to we're going to just stink and collect draft picks. But the Memphis Grizzlies got one of the best players in the draft in Ja Morant. They built a really nice team, and then their culture just failed miserably.
Right, there's been
and
other
they had
things
to just
that have
start.
gone wrong.
Yeah, they were poorly run.
But you don't in the NBA, you don't have to worry about drafting a forever talent and then having to move that talent because you can't afford to pay him. You might have to move him because he doesn't want to play for you.
He doesn't want to be
anymore.
there, right?
That's a different story.
Yes.
But in baseball, I can draft the next Aaron Judge, and I'm pretty much guaranteed to have to get rid of him or pay him and then be on a lousy team because I can't afford to pay anybody else. At least with a cap, they get a fighting chance to keep him, and there'll be a floor so that these teams who don't want to spend money will have to spend money because there'll be a floor. So a team that thinks, I'll just get away with a $35 million payroll, tank for picks. Well, no. The floor is $100 million, so now you're going to have to go out and find a way to find some players and spend $65 million and be at least have a chance to be a more talented team. So I hope they figure it out. But Pittsburgh, to me, is the cautionary tale of if you don't figure it out, will they ever have a chance to be good? Any given year, yeah, it can come together. But to sustain greatness, it's almost impossible. Steve in Queens, you're on ESPN New York. What's up, Steve?
Wow, thank you for taking the call. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Excuse me. First off, Peter, I love your idea about Instagram. I'm a big fan of the competition and all that stuff. I love the drops, but I didn't vote. And if you added Instagram or if you can add other social media sites that aren't, that would work for you, that would be great.
Yeah.
The other point I want to bring up and get your opinion on is I want to know if I'm really a phony or not, or I'm a fraud, because I lived through the Dodgers leaving and the Giants leaving. I was only 4 years old then, but I became a fan of all four teams. Well, really not the Dodgers, but the other three teams, because my grandfather was a Giants and a Yankees fan. And even today, if the Yankees don't play the Mets, I'll always root for the Mets. I'm one of those people. I think you'll probably, Don, call me a fraud, but I could be a victim of circumstance based on when I was born. I'd like to get your decision on that.
Go ahead. I would say you're
What's
a fraud.
the circumstance?
I thought there was another special circumstance.
Yeah, that's what I thought he's going to.
Because of your
No. I mean, I'm a victim of circumstance because when I was born, all the people around me during the late 50s and early 60s, they were so morose. If they were National League fans in the city, especially in Brooklyn,
yes.
If based on the teams going. My grandfather was a Giants fan, and then he became a Yankees fan when Babe Ruth came in. So I know he was a fraud, but he brought me up as according to your rules, he was a fraud. But he brought me up as a Yankee fan. He made me a baseball fan. So I don't know. I've talked too long anyway.
Basically, the whole fundamentals of fraud.
Good effort.
Is pick a team and live with that team and die with that team. If I love all the New York teams, well then that means when the Yankees are out and the Mets are in, I can in '86, I can feel the joy of a Mets World Series. And in '96, when the Mets aren't very good and the Yankees I can enjoy it. Well, then you're not a fan. Like you don't know the pain of winning and losing. You just I'll just hop onto the other team.
Yeah, I agree. There is something
and that's all I'm asking is that's the thing is that you're a diehard Yankee fan. That's the only team. If you're going to all of a sudden root for the Mets when the Yankees are out, well then, it's like, all right, listen, I'm having a problem with my wife today. We got into an argument, so I'm going to go over to the girlfriend's house and spend the week with her. No, that's kind of what you're doing. I'm still married to her. I still have a ring, still have kids, but you know what? She really bothered me, so I'm going to go spend the weekend with the girlfriend, and I don't have any kids, and she doesn't bother me. And then when I get bored with her, I'll go back to the wife. That's what you're doing from a sports perspective.
Yes, but it's not as immoral.
True.
It's sports immoral.
It's sport, right.
Yeah,
that's why I said fraud. I've never said, Peter, all the years that you've known me, I've never associated fraud with bad guy.
No, you can love someone who's a fraud. You have friends who are frauds.
I have family friends that are frauds. Yeah. Fred families. Fraud families.
Fred family.
Fred family's
Fred.
good parents.
We love Fred family.
Who
All right,
doesn't love a Fred family?
We got tons of calls to get to. An E&N that you dream about on a Friday when the Final Four is in the conversation.
Chock full of stories.
Big time stuff. Don Anna Rosenberg till 7 o'clock, and then it's Ty Butler taking into Mets and the Giants on ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Things are really heating up in the tournament, and FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single game day leading up to the big championship game. Build a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout, or try live betting and jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. That's FanDuel.com/local to claim your first profit boost and keep the action going from now until the big championship. FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single game day leading up to the big championship game. Build a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout, or try live betting and jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over in Fisley Present, New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with a gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
800-676-1090. 800-676-1090. 800-676-1090. That's 800-676-1090.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
Paid for by Airtime Media.
Gold and silver prices are soaring and near all-time highs. If you want to get cash in your hands for your old jewelry, now is the time. Get the most competitive prices at the Estates Roadshow. Old rings, chains, even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 5 locations this upcoming week: West Orange, Kenilworth, Staten Island, Old Bridge, and Toms River. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches, even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. There's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow, Monday through Friday in West Orange at the Courtyard by Marriott, Kenilworth at the Kenilworth Hotel, Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Friday through Tuesday in Old Bridge at TMT Cash for Gold, the bright yellow building on Route 9 South, and in Toms River, corner of Route 37 and Hooper Avenue. For more info, follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or go to tmtcashforgold.com.
Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, we've seen it all, and we're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box. Get started at hrblock.com.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of round 1 of the NFL Draft. Presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive, and it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk. ESPN New York.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg until 7 o'clock. Then it's going to be Ty Butler leading you into the Giants and the Mets. Now, if you're a Knicks fan, Knicks Bulls coverage at 7 on 1050 here. The dulcet tones of Alan Hahn with Tyler Murray.
You don't know that.
I know. I work with you every day. I know. Dr. Max April.
Oh, I love Dr. April.
Basically the doctor of the show.
Yeah.
Says I sound terrible today.
Oh, no.
Now, I think he
sounded
exposed
terrible.
himself for not listening earlier in the week because I think he'd have a different opinion
Wow.
if he heard me on Tuesday and Wednesday. Wouldn't you say?
Why
do you sound?
worse.
I don't think you sound terrible. It's just you don't sound you, which is going to happen when you have, and whatever you got going on that you just can't shake.
That's a sinus infection.
Well,
but I'm on my antibiotics and my
that's what we
cough
call
medicine.
it. All right. So you're doing all the things you need to do.
Yeah, just I'm getting there, baby.
But I don't think you sound terrible.
Well, he said I sounded terrible, and he's a doctor.
Oh, well, sorry.
So,
Maybe if I
sorry.
get my doctorate, then I can tell you if you sound good or not.
Yes, that's the way life works.
He has. I will tell you, he has. Dr. April has correctly gotten my health stuff right just based on hearing me on the show.
Yeah, he would ask me to speak, and then he could
Really?
tell what's wrong, how I should remedy it.
Oh.
No,
All
he's
right.
good. Big Islander fan,
I'll be
too.
well, now I like him. Never mind.
Oh, there you go.
Now he's right. I would listen to him, Don.
Okay.
Because he clearly has a head on his shoulders and knows what he's talking about.
Did you ever see the Adam Ottavino, or he just moved on?
Now I don't know what they're showing now, so I never
Okay.
got to see it.
No, well, I think they're the programming is ceased for the day. So you had your chance and you blew it.
It's basically like the version of Color Bars, only it's just a show that they're running that,
No, it's like a prospect show or something. Down on the farm, whatever. It's good. And then Israeli basketball today. I'll be right after.
Oh, I love it.
Let's go. I'm not lying.
You need an update.
Let's go to Danny on Long Island. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Danny?
Love the Israeli basketball show. That's what I live for. Listen, Don, a couple of quick things before I have to ask 3 married men a question. One, the Pittsburgh Pirates have to be part of Major League Baseball. Ralph Kiner, Roberto Clemente. When you're my age, I was 15 years old when Willie Stargell hit the home run. They beat the Orioles. So that was a classic team with a classic uniform going back from my childhood. There can be no Major League Baseball. They have to figure it out. They have to figure it out.
It's one of the great hats in baseball. Would you agree?
No, they got cursed by the baseball gods because they started being some Fugazi team which had 37 different uniforms, and you never knew what you were looking at. But the organization, the history, Roberto Clemente, it's sad that the Yankees and the Dodgers are like sign anybody. It's just not right. It's not good for the competitive balance.
This kid they brought up, by the way, first at bat, RBI double. Come on, he's
like a dream. Like a dream come true.
About. Yeah.
I've been watching the Yankees because they played late, and I am absolutely confident that this is going to be at least a 100-win season for the Yankees. The pitching is all about pitching, and the pitching they're grinding out each day without their 2 best starters even having taken the mound yet. They're going to get fresh troops in for June. Is absolutely impressive, and I really think that without going overboard, because I know I like to let the season breathe for 3 or 4 weeks before I would ever say something like that. But notwithstanding the record, the manner of the pitching they're getting has been very, very impressive, and the Mets not so much. Now, a quick question for 3 married men.
Yes.
Ready?
Okay.
3 weeks ago, Don said one of his favorite songs was "Old Lang Syne" by Dan Fogelberg.
Yeah.
I looked up the song. It's based on a true story where he was home visiting his parents.
Right.
They sent him to a store to buy whipped cream in the Christmas season. He runs into his married ex-girlfriend, and they spend 2.5 hours in a car drinking a 6-pack with 1 can of whipped cream, apparently, and they reminisce about old times. My question to three married men: How long would you be gone to get the whipped cream in the cell phone world before your wife called you and said, "Where the hell are you?"
Yeah. I've always wondered about that. The other part of it was, of course, they bought a six-pack and sat in the car drinking it while talking, and then it's like, then what'd you do, drive home?
Well, did the whipped cream make it home? That's the next question.
Never mind.
But it was interesting because
I mean, let's say she had
on the
two.
Radio 5 years later.
Let's say
So
she had two.
The
You
only
had
thing he
four.
changed in the song was the occupation of her husband and the color of her eyes, so no one allegedly would know. And 5 years later, she was driving in the car when the song came out, and she said she almost crashed. She didn't say anything to anybody until after he died.
First of all, by the way, big time G move by him. I love that.
No, that is very good. I was always wait a minute. You get open liquor law, open bottle law, right? You just can't be just drinking beer in the car.
And then he drove home, and then he came back, and he smells of beer, and she's like, "Did you get the whipped cream?" Like,
can we suspend disbelief for just 2 minutes and 30 seconds?
We're going full Captain Literal Man on this song.
I mean,
listen, Danny's a cop.
Yeah,
he's breaking it down.
Well, but the fact is, the cops couldn't see the beer because the windows were all fogged up because he was going to town.
Well, we all know that's really what went down.
Is that what
you're
really...
not talking? Who's talking for 2 hours? Who's talking?
Yeah.
Who's really talking? Like, after a while, you're like, listen, I got to get back. Are we doing this? What are we doing?
Quickly, let's bring in Sal in Connecticut. You're on ESPN here.
Hey, Sal.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking the call. This competitive balance issue will not be resolved in baseball by a salary cap or salary floor. What's going to resolve it and what works in other leagues is revenue sharing. So the Green Bay Packers and Oklahoma City Thunder can compete because of revenue sharing.
Well, baseball has revenue sharing. It's worked a little bit, but how would it not help?
It doesn't work a little bit because most of these guys put the money in their pocket.
Well,
that's the problem. You can't force them to spend
there's something about it. But Sal, if I can't take Skeens away if I don't have room in the cap to get them. Like, so if I manage my cap well, then I can fit in free agents. But if I'm the Yankees and Red Sox and we're all working from the same pool of money, then I just can't. Did you think it makes sense that there's teams with a $350 million payroll and teams with a $90 million payroll?
No, Don, I totally agree. But if you have revenue sharing, then your competitive edge becomes how smart of an organization.
But they have revenue sharing. They share revenue. There's only a certain amount of money you can spend on international money, and it's not working.
It's not working. They don't.
But they don't share the TV revenue, which, as you know, is the biggest factor for.
What TV though? Whoa! What TV revenue?
Yeah, that's the thing.
The regional TV revenues.
Well, you can't do that.
There's no regional TV.
They don't have any regional networks.
Like 10 of them are being propped up by MLB.
Yeah, there's no revenue there on the regional networks. There's none.
But the thing is, they share revenue, Sal, and thank you for the phone call in the NFL. But they're all only allowed to spend a certain amount of money. So, yeah, Green Bay can compete with New York because at the end of the day, no matter how much more money New York makes than Green Bay, I can only pay the players a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that I would tell Major League Baseball players. The NBA and the NFL have a cap. And yet, Patrick Mahomes can make $60 million a year. LeBron James can make $70 million a year. The big-time guys can still find a way to make money. But with a floor, you won't have these teams not spending their money. They'd have to spend it. And what would they spend it on? On the players. Come on. All I would just say is this. The other three sports make it work. What make baseball different than basketball, hockey, and football? What's the difference? Why are you the outlier? So we'll see. Hey, listen, they're going to be arguing about it, but here's the difference. A team like the New York Yankees are like, yeah, let's have a cap, because the Dodgers are still spending way more money than they.
Right.
Yeah.
We want to spend. We don't want to spend like that.
Right. Because you know, not everybody's going to be at the cap. A lot of the lower teams aren't going to be anywhere.
Well, listen,
they're going to have to create a floor to make sure some of these teams actually spend, though. You got to have that.
All right, ENN up next on Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Well, guys, with Xfinity, you already enjoy ESPN as part of your TV lineup, right? With live games and daily sports coverage and expert analysis. But now the ESPN Unlimited plan is available at no additional cost. It gives you access to additional ESPN content in, get this, the ESPN app, including more must-see action like WWE premium live events, on-demand programming, and originals to explore. Visit Xfinity.com/your subscriptions to activate ESPN Unlimited access. Then start watching in the ESPN app. More from ESPN, all in one place.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night and enjoy the holidays this weekend. We've got the Knicks home over at MSG. Not too bad of a ride if you're going to drive into Midtown using the west side of town. Even the east side, FDR southbound, just a bit bunched up. Heading over to the 59th Street Bridge. Nets are home at the Barclays in Brooklyn. BQE, just your typical delays in both directions. Heading over to Atlantic Avenue. Islanders home at the UBS Arena. A little bit heavy on the Cross Island southbound, approaching the LIE in Queens. After that, looking good. Heading over to Hempstead Turnpike. Deegan northbound, still bumper to bumper, approaching the outbound George. Lots of extra company because of the Yanks home opener this afternoon. Not so great on the West Side Highway northbound, heading in that direction. Looks like an accident on the ramp to the Cross Bronx. Inbound George, free and clear for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln and Holland tunnels, about 5 to 10 minutes each. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Empower.
After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he can be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
How's everyone doing? Good.
What up? Tell you what, Pusic's hilarious today.
Is he?
Because he's in my during commercial breaks. He's been in my ear just cracking jokes, and I'm dying. He's on one today.
Well, it's unfortunate that's private for you. We don't get to experience
I was
this.
going to
it's more it's inside
He's on my
jokes.
last nerve today.
No. It's inside jokes me and him have. That's all.
Let me start off by saying welcome to ENN. It's brought to you by our friends at Fanatics Fest.
Ray Rose.
You ever watch YouTube?
Why is Anthony on your last nerve, Don? I kind of felt like
he stormed out.
Yeah, he got mad because Don didn't know how to work an iPad.
Yeah, well, I think he was a little flustered. I don't know if it was a storm out.
I got it done.
Jacob, did he storm out?
And you've done a great job since, by the way.
I'm actually surprised he came back.
Wow.
I was worried he was going to Brooklyn and going for the day.
Well, that's it then.
That's bad.
Confirmed. Stormed out.
Well, I mean, listen, I think there's some sense of frustration from the video issues. We know that it's a lot of work for...
A little frustration.
Was it that? It was 2 seconds.
No, it was 30
not 2
minutes.
seconds. You just kept disappearing.
Well, no, it was 30 minutes until he told me what to do, and then I did it.
Well, it's just, look, Don, I know it's Black Friday, but you were a black screen for a lot of that segment.
Lucky you got me at all.
You're
lucky you got me at all.
Could be in an iron lung.
Yeah.
And now you got people saying you sound like crap. I mean, this is
a doctor.
We got to get right.
There's a lot going on, folks.
We got to get right.
Let me start off though, please, by saying good evening to Don.
6-1.
That's right. Let's do it again. If you guys are wondering, today is a holiday because the Yankees are officially
6-1.
That's right.
Did you see the Bellinger catch? Did you happen to see any highlights at all?
Complete fluke.
Ooh, what a catch!
You know what it reminded me of? There was an old Happy Days episode.
All right.
Where they had this contest, and I've tried it, and I'm actually pretty good at it. Where you let's say you put your hand on your shoulder, so your elbow's sticking out, right? So you try to make it as flat as possible, so you can lay coins on the top of your elbow.
Yeah, I remember this.
And then, Peter, you flick your arm down.
Flick it.
And catch the coins.
Yeah, it's like you drop them here. Or am I in the camera?
Yeah.
And then you drop it to catch it.
And then you move your arm, so you put your hand facing the ceiling, and then you move it down quick. And if you do it right, you can catch all the coins before they hit the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how he caught the ball. It bounced off of his wrist, and then he just moved his hand down and scooped the ball up before it hit the ground.
Yeah. Be a great
cool.
goalie save.
I'd like to start off again by saying good evening, if it's okay, to Don.
I think I'm going to get my drink on tonight.
And to Don.
I don't want them to be leaky. I'd rather them to be sneaky than leaky.
And I'd like good. Yeah. And I'd like to say good evening to Don.
I know it's early.
That was the sneakiest of the day. That was my work. I have to admit it. That was my work. Can I hear it again?
I know it's early.
I love it. Alan, what's going on there?
Desperate. He had that breathless.
Why so? I know it's early.
I know it's early.
I know it's early. I think I was trying to catch it.
Can we take that and put it with "I wish you loved the sport like I do," like side to side?
It's right. They're brothers.
And then with the Pusick,
Well, now I'm getting.
Now we're inside the car from Old Lang Syne.
Yeah.
I'd like to say good evening to Don.
Can you tell me how to do that?
Can I say good evening to? I don't want to hear that again. Actually, Don.
Can you tell me how to do that?
Good evening to Alan.
I'm Batman. When did I say that?
I guess it was Monday.
Monday, apparently.
What was I referencing, though?
Soto and Lindor.
Oh, right. So one of them was saying, I'm Batman. Yeah, Soto walked in and said, I'm Batman. I wasn't saying,
the way
I'm
you
Batman.
said it was. It's how you dream about it.
Yeah.
I'd like to say good evening to myself. Maybe you just want someone to say they're sorry. Maybe if they say sorry, we can figure out what this whole thing's about and move on. Good evening to myself. I don't want your life.
That's really good.
And good evening to myself.
Time to move on. Let's go.
I bet you if you
nailed
look,
it.
if you look, if there's such thing as a dialect director, it was probably the same one in The Departed as there was in Varsity Blues.
Wow.
Because their
I don't
southern
want your
accents.
Wow.
Their
Yeah.
southern accents were so over the top, just like the New England accent in The Departed.
Yes. Yeah, I
Because
completely
Peter did
agree.
not exaggerate one iota.
Thank you.
On that imitation. It was spot on.
Oh, that's literally how he sounded. Right. It was a forced accent, but it made it entertaining. It was endearing.
It's one of the great football movies ever.
Ever.
Ever. I don't want your life. I'd like to, if it's okay, also say good evening to Tiger Woods.
All right, got it. All right, thank you. Bye.
And just keep you down here with us, please.
Yeah, I was just talking to the president.
It's
I'm
one
just
of the-
talking. Hey, hang on a second, sir. I'm talking to the president.
It's one. It's not
Just talking to the president.
It's one of the
Why
most
didn't
nozzly moments.
you know, Jacob should have dropped with the drop.
Drop. Yeah.
I might need to isolate that on its own.
Ms. Davis, you go to prom with me?
It's odd.
It's just, there were so many.
Tiger's had an interesting week.
Pedro.
I'm still stuck.
Yeah, I was just talking to the president.
I'm just talking to the president. I'm still stuck on Varsity Blues.
That's
you
what I
guys
was
have
doing
me.
there.
Like,
Pedro.
Pedro. But when he does that, though, Miss Davis, you go to prom with me. It was just
Oh wait, you guys are doing
Varsity Blues.
No, but you're doing what's his face, the fat guy.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Slop.
but not
what
Pedro.
was his name?
The
Slop.
big kid. No, he wasn't Slop.
He was sloppy pig.
What was his name? Bubba? No.
No.
Bubba.
Was
I think
it?
He was Bubba.
It was Bubba. Or
And
Billy
what was,
Bob. Billy Bob.
It has to be
Billy Bob.
That makes sense.
And by the way, Billy Bob is like, you're not even being creative. You're not even trying.
No, they just listen. These guys are going to sound stupid, and we're going to name them stupid.
But
and
the
they
whole
really, I don't
scene-
even think they knew how good the movie was.
The whole scene, though, when they go, like, Hot for Teacher plays, and then it's, what? And it's the teacher?
But it's Vanderbeek that goes Pedro.
Yeah.
Remember, he's coming up for all the different names for.
Oh, it's great. It's just but
It's
the
a fine
accent
film.
is-
It's a
But
fine
I don't
film.
think they knew what they had.
No.
They're like, it's MTV. Let's just get through this. And
And it
they
being
ended up finding like a
classic.
hidden gem.
Yeah.
I don't think they tried, and it was still great.
That, you know what? It's a great tape by you. All right. How about this?
Ooh, tough NBA news.
Yeah. You want to get to this?
Please.
Yeah, this
It's worth a mention for sure.
Yeah, this just coming down the pike here that Luka Doncic is going to be out indefinitely. Obviously, the Lakers were just mopped by OKC yesterday.
Yeah, that
139
wasn't
to
much of a
96.
statement.
the
But him
statement
being
was
out
himself.
indefinitely, that's kind of scary because the playoffs are in 2 weeks. They have moved all the way up to third in the West. And there was some thought by the way they were playing. He's playing out of his mind. Like he had an unbelievable month of March, was playing great. For the hamstring thing to happen now is tough. And I'm telling you, these are the last days of LeBron with the Lakers. So, interesting. But that's tough news for the Lakers. Tough for Luka. I think he's one game shy of the 65.
Oh, then he's done.
Well, you can appeal because he missed time because of the birth of a child.
Ah.
So I think there's something that you could do there to claim. I don't know. We'll see. But that's tough news for him and for the Lakers. He was playing unreal basketball.
And when you, at this stage of the year, you hear something like that, Alan, that left hamstring indefinite, like, do you have an idea of what you think comes to mind?
Idea of what?
Like length of time? I mean,
well, indefinite because they can't put a time on it. It clearly is he's done for the year, which is only a week left. Hamstrings are generally 2-week type situations. Can he be ready for the start of the playoffs? He could, but what's he going to look like?
But I would think if he was healthy for round 2.
They got to get out of round 1.
Well, who would they match up with round 1? Do you know off the top of your head? What are they, at a 4 seed right now?
They are a 3rd seed.
3rd.
Yeah,
they would match up with Minnesota the first round if playoff started
and
right
that's
now.
not good. That would not be a good matchup for them.
Even with Luka.
Well, with Luka, because of just how out of his mind he was playing offensively, that's a good series. Because Minnesota hasn't been really – they've kind of been batting the bunny all year, but they're a good team. We know this. But without Luka, I mean, he's averaging 33 points a game, guys.
No, he's incredible.
Like he's their entire offense. He's the whole engine. And you're going to ask LeBron now to step up and become that? I don't know.
It makes for a great storyline, though, right?
Yeah, it does. Oh, I'm sure we'll be talking about it on Get Up.
No NBA fan doesn't enjoy seeing LeBron try to go for it. Now, Yankees get another win. Don, what's the record again through today?
6-1.
That's right. And Brett Gardner was honored during roll call, and Aaron Judge was asked about it after the game.
Yeah, I've been doing it ever since. Still hoping he gets a chance to come back here and share his knowledge with the boys a little bit. But no, he was a big part of this team. His long tenure here as a Yankee, so I always like paying him a little credit if he's tuning into the games watching.
And what Gardner meant to Aaron Judge.
He was a leader. He was professional. He was a prankster. He was everything that you look for in a guy to lead a team and lead a squad, man. He took me in at a young age when I first got here. He treated me just like everybody else, and he showed me respect. He taught me a lot of things. It kind of teaches you how to lead a clubhouse, man. He was a big influence on me, not only on the field, but inside this clubhouse. Just the way he played the game, the way he held everybody to a standard. It's just very few guys are made like Brett Gardner.
When do you get back to normal? Do you ever get back to normal?
No.
After what?
There's no normal after what his family went through. No, I can't imagine it.
I mean, listen, there will be a day where he would be more able to participate in things, for sure.
Yeah. You just get on with your life. I mean, it's always going to be there, but normal meaning that you kind of just can get back to the everyday stuff.
How long ago is this now? Was this a year ago?
I don't remember the exact day, but it's probably over a year.
Because we just found out sort of the legal ramifications of what happened, but I feel like the actual incident was over a year ago. But yeah, who knows? It's
wow, March.
So we just passed it.
Yeah.
So still very.
What a just terrible story.
Yeah, I love seeing. Love seeing them, the Yankees, support him in any way they can. Obviously, it takes a whole community to lift people up.
I have to dip out, get across the street pregame.
All right, you do you.
You'll hear me on the game call on 10:50 a.m. for those who might be listening. Have a great weekend. Happy Easter to those who celebrate. See you on Monday.
All right, we'll see you Monday, Alan. Peter Rosenberg continues.
Thank you. Here is Jack Hughes, who threw out the first pitch on his relationship with Aaron Judge and just how big of a Yankee fan.
Yeah, I talked to Judge, pretty cool with the timing, us winning and then, baseball classic right after. So I think, we were pretty tuned in on that. They were tuned in on us. And, that was just they were locked in and we were locked in. So we get to share that. And obviously we're pumped to watch them in the Olympics in a couple of years. So I'm a big Yankees fan, obviously, just being in the area for a while. Always come to games in the summer. When everything went down, this was the one thing I was wondering if it would happen. Because I knew a lot of things were coming, but I was this was the one thing I was always wishing, / hoping for. And then when I was opening day, wow, that's almost too much, man. That's a lot of pressure. But yeah, just so much fun. I mean, same for both of us. It's unreal.
A very, very cool moment. Yet another one for Jack Hughes.
We were hearing reports, and excuse me for not remembering who exactly reported it, that the Wild and the Yankees are trying to make it work for Quinn to be here today to also be a part of the first pitch, but they just couldn't logistically make it work.
Jack Hughes also talking about how much practice he put in for the.
We played in Dallas last week, and my trainer Frosty brought gloves, and I threw 50 pitches. Right before morning skate, and my shoulder was so sore. So I was we got to cool it. And then just today, I was snapping around with, my brother and my friends.
How did he do? Because I didn't see it. There was an important commercial airing.
Didn't seem like it was from the mound for him or Frankel. Certainly not 50 Cent level in that regard at all. Both made it to Escara and Rice. So it was serviceable. I thought it was good.
I'm gonna watch right now. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You want the truth?
I think I did. I think I did a pretty good job, but that's okay.
Well, I can't be sure.
That's also fair.
Until I see it myself.
You want to know why you can't be sure?
You suck, Busick.
Yeah, that's right. That's why. Yeah, both were decent pitches. I don't hate them.
Now, as far as not throwing from the mound, I threw out the first pitch at a Somerset Patriot game, and nobody told me not to throw from the mound. But the reason I didn't wasn't because I thought I wouldn't be able to reach or it affect the pitch. It was so pristine. Like, I didn't want to walk on it. Like, they just raked it. And I just felt like I didn't belong on there. You know what I mean, Peter?
Yeah, I mean, but you're throwing out the first pitch. Like, you're part of the whole thing. Like,
well, like I said, nobody told me I couldn't do it, but it just didn't feel right.
Something didn't hit right for you.
It just felt like, who am I to walk on the mat? It's all that the first marks on this mound are going to be my stupid sneakers throwing out the first pitch.
Anthony, is there someone, the only person I could say who thinks less of himself than Don does is you?
Yeah, it's probably fair.
But
like you're throwing out the ceremonial first pitch at the game.
I don't deserve to be on the mound they asked me to be on to throw out the first pitch.
Well, by the way, and to be fair, Anthony, at a Somerset Patriots game, it's not Game 7 of the World Series at Yankee Stadium. They play They play there every night,
and
they asked you to do it.
And also, two people are throwing out the first pitch with Jack, right? So they can't both be on the mound. So I don't.
Yeah, that makes sense. For them it makes sense. You're the weirdo. I take no issue with them.
Who am I?
Don LaGreca.
You're the guy they asked to come throw a pitch.
Right, but stepping all over the mound like a big ox.
I don't
big
know.
ox.
Oh my God.
I don't know who he thinks. He thinks he's a total.
Thinks he's an ox is what he thinks he is.
He thinks he's a dumb ox.
I'm going to ask Jacob because you obviously have your opinion. Anthony's going to automatically agree with me because he has no self-worth.
No.
Well, I'll ask Jacob. Do you understand what I'm saying, Jacob, or no?
I kind of get what you're saying, but I think more highly of you than you do. Like, I was just telling Anthony, I'm like, it has to be a hockey guy thing. Like, why are you talking down on yourself? I think you should big yourself up.
It's like, I don't have to be on the mound. And they just raked it. It's all nice.
Honestly, I would just step on it, have my shoe prints all in it, just to be the first one to say I did it. And that's just me.
All right. I don't regret it.
But don't you want to know what you would have done from the hill, in all honesty?
Kind of wondering.
Also, too, I just have the sixth sense of, not 6 cents, but 6 cents of just writing my name in the dirt or doing something like that. Like, just treat it like cement.
I know, because it's all pristine.
That's right.
And that's how Don thinks of himself, as a complete yo-yo. Let's get an update from Jordan Ronan, who was on DNR earlier, with an update on Malik Neighbors.
Joe Shane previously was saying he's trending towards being ready for training camp, Malik Neighbors. This week, that has now shifted to hopeful and optimistic he'll be ready for week 1, which I think they should have been saying all along.
Well, I mean, that's truly what we care about, right?
Right, which is why I was always like, wait, why did we care? Why? First of all, he'll never be there at day 1 of training camp and be on the field and fully practicing, because why would you even bother doing that?
Well, you wouldn't. It seems dumb, right?
Exactly. Because he had the full meniscus repair, it's something we have to keep an eye on, is when Malik Neighbors is going to be back for the Giants and whether he'll be at 100% right away.
So, but it's good to know that you think that your thought right now is that week 1 is hopeful, right?
It'll be somewhere in the vicinity of around week 1.
Well, that's not good.
Not great. No.
No. Somewhere in the vicinity of week 1. So are we talking maybe possibly week 3? What would you consider the vicinity? I'd say 2 weeks either way.
But remember, you miss the entire preseason, and you're hoping to get back week 1. it's worse than missing 1 week. You know?
No, and God forbid you get hurt because you're not ready. I don't know. It's a thing now. Now it's a thing.
There's no way around it. It's not ideal, especially when you consider, Don, to me, that's one of the most exciting things about this season for this team is that Jackson Dart is going to have Malik Neighbors.
Yes.
Karl Anthony Towns, game time decision tonight versus Chicago.
Aren't we all?
Ian Begley. It's a great point.
In the moment, I mean, we're an hour from tip-off. So, no, I disagree with that, Anthony. I think that I expect to be here in an hour.
Yeah, you know what you're capable of in an hour. All right, guys, that's it. We have the results for Drop Madness. That's right, we sure do. You bet your ace. I don't know, bad voting, bad scores, bad everything.
Fridays weren't good this year.
Yeah, it's just Friday voting was not a thing. And on one side of the bracket, the 1 seed moves on easily 65-35.
25 a month. Don Hahn and Rosenberg with you until 7.
In your ears. Get Optimum famously fast.
We say goodbye to your ass.
You got the job, you ass!
And it wasn't close.
65-35. But, Don, not as big a blowout as the other side of the bracket where we say goodbye to the 2 seed. You suck, Busick.
You suck, Busick.
Mopped. Imagine going on a run like that to lose 77-23 to the 1 seed.
This is college football. Excuse me, this is college football on ESPN Radio. Oh, my God.
We're going to need Carlin on Monday.
Well, I think so. I think that's got to be because he's winning.
This is going to be the first, if Don wins, only the second time, I should say, that a non-Don yelling drop would win Drop Man.
I don't think I've got much of a shot. What number are we looking at Monday, Peter? How much is Carlin the favorite? 7.5, 8?
Against 25 a month?
Because much like, listen, you suck Busick, everybody knows it's a quality drop. And I think people genuinely like that and would vote for it against anybody else.
And it's as used a drop. Right. It's up there.
But the Carlin drop, even fans of the Busick drop, they're still voting for Carlin. And I think the same thing is going to happen to me interrupting the commercial.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, here, you know what the difference is? The 25 a month, that drop is like theoretically funny. The idea of it is funny. Carlin's, you listen to it, you laugh, period. There's no way around it.
Even after all the time it's been played. It never gets old.
Yeah, I would actually say, if we're being fair, it's an 8.5 point line, probably minus 8.5 for Carlin. It's not, listen, you still have to watch the game. It's not one of those games. But,
you don't know.
But it's been a behemoth, man. It's UNLV. It's Duke. It's one of those teams.
No, there's, again, you could do a 30 for 30 on him. First of all, he's choking to that. All right?
You could do it.
That's number one. Number two, he still manages to say excuse me because he's a gentleman. All right? He gets played out during this back in the studio.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, and I don't think we've ever brought this up either, the band on the field playing in the background. It might be the perfect drop.
So we will find out Monday when we vote for a winner. That'll do it for ENN. Brought to you by Fanatics Fest NYC. Fanatics Fest returns to the Javits Center July 16th and 19th. See Aaron Judge, see Jalen Brunson, John Cena, and so many more. The world's largest sports fan festival. Tickets available now at fanaticsfest.com.
Last call crew, 1-800-919-3776. It's Don Hahn and Rosenberg till 7 o'clock, and then it's Ty Butler into Giants-Mets on ESPN New York.
Things are really heating up in the tournament, and FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single game day leading up to the big championship game. Build a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout, or try live betting and jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. That's FanDuel.com/local to claim your first profit boost and keep the action going from now till the big championship. FanDuel, play your game. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. But with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Wow, that's a lot of distractions. Why don't you just focus on the road?
Relax, I'm a great driver.
What about other drivers? Not everyone's a great driver.
I can watch out for them. I'll be fine.
Watch out! In 2023, more than 3,200 people died due to distracted drivers. Keep your eyes on the road. This message brought to you by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Smalls here. If it feels like everybody's sick right now, you aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt that you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right in your home. It includes prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs and other common illnesses. It's in your kit the moment you need it. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no lines at the pharmacy, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook and call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Order your medical emergency kit online in minutes and it ships to your door. Save $45 with my promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. Again, that's $45 off with promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. That's urgentcarekit.com/smalls, promo code SMALLS.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. And you know I love my cake. So I get that big birthday energy without any sugar guilt. The bottle's small, easy to toss in my bag, and perfect when I need a quick, tasty caffeine boost to cakeify my day. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today. Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
One 800-919-3776. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you till 7 o'clock. Ty Butler will take you through to the Giants and the Mets coverage, which will begin at 9. And if you want to listen to the Bulls and the Knicks, that coverage will be at 7 on 1050. Get it? Got it? Good. Calls, 1-800-919-3776. Let's go to Will in Philly. You're on ESPN New York. Hi, Will.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's
Thanks
up,
for having
man?
me. First off, Don, real quick, local rock band in the named Robbie Rooster, who play like a Rage Against the Machine / Red Hot Chili Peppers, Muse, Queens of the Stone Age. Our song called Emerald City, I think you might really enjoy.
Where are you
I got a
playing
fraudulent
out?
Friday take. Well, I live here in Philly, so we play some local bars here.
All right, cool. Man.
Nothing lined up at the moment. We're in the studio writing a new set of tracks, but yeah, Emerald City, Robbie Rooster would be awesome to have you get some ears on that.
Well, keep me informed, man. I'd love to see you.
Hell yeah. Okay, so Fraudulent Friday. Grew up on Long Island, went to Chaminade, class of 05. A classmate of mine grew up a Bills fan and moved to Louisiana to attend Tulane for college. And while he was there, it was Hurricane Katrina. So he sort of adopted the Saints as his team, given the city's rally. And he's been a Saints fan. He's in our fantasy league, Saints fan, Saints jerseys, all that stuff.
All right.
More recently, in the last few months, he's like, I'm back on the Bills bandwagon, and we're all giving him, the business about being a Bills fan again because they have a better chance at a championship. And so I'm thinking we probably need to pool up some money, get him a Tyler Shuck jersey, get it sent to his house. Just wondering if you guys think this is fraudulent or if we're all going too far based on the current events of the area.
Well,
all right, Don's ruling. Judge?
My ruling is he's a fraud. As noble as his reasons are.
Thank you.
He
oh,
is
yeah. Thank you
still
for the
a
noise.
fraud. Because also, let's not forget that
100.
the Saints were pretty good, and they ended up winning a Super Bowl shortly thereafter. And now all of a sudden the Bills are good, and he's jumping back on the bandwagon. Stop. I know there's a lot of people, Peter, who use traumatic events and think that that's going to cover up the fraud. A good example of that is 9/11.
Go ahead.
Met fans were like, you know what? I'm going to root for the Yankees to win the World Series because of 9/11 and what happened in the city. And obviously I can't argue that that's a bad reason. It's a noble reason. You're a better person than I am.
But
it's still fraudulent.
Right.
Were you rooting for Pittsburgh because of the plane that went down to Western Pennsylvania? Did you root for the Commanders after what happened at the Pentagon?
Well, what if they're New Yorkers, though? It's the New York.
It was
9/11
was an attack on the country, but a lot of New Yorkers died, so I can't sit here and tell you that you're a bad person. You're a better person than me. And as I've said many times before, just because I call you a fraud doesn't mean that you're a bad person. You might be a great person and a better person than me.
But a fraud.
But it does feel like that you want to hide your frauddom, if that's a word. Your fraudulence, I guess is the better way to say it, behind a traumatic event. Like, it sounds very noble. Katrina was terrible for New Orleans. And he was there, going to school at Tulane. Very noble.
Well, and it makes sense. I mean,
but it's
logical.
still fraudulent that he gave up on his Bills.
Right.
You want to root for them that day. That's why I say, listen, you want to root for the Yankees to win. Okay, I didn't. Does that make me a bad person? I don't know.
Yes, probably, but not a fraud.
Yeah, there you go. I felt like, there's a lot of Met fans that died that day. If it was going to make the city feel good, then you want to see that happen. But can you still be a fraud? Yes.
Yeah. See, this is what makes you such a good and righteous judge.
It's kind of like, Peter, if you steal because you haven't eaten. Is it still a crime? Yeah, it's still a crime. You stole.
Well,
but your reasons
how about
are
this?
Exceptionally valid. So,
or stealing and giving it to someone else in need, but you still stole.
Like if you just wanted to be Robin Hood.
Robin Hood was still a thief.
Yes,
Prince of thieves. Oh, Prince of frauds is what you're saying.
Wow, that is very good.
It makes someone the Prince of frauds.
So that guy,
Prince of frauds.
Prince of frauds. The people that rooted for the Yankees during 9/11, Prince of frauds. And we're putting Prince first. I didn't say you're not the fraud prince.
No, you're the Prince of frauds.
You're the Prince of frauds.
Yeah.
Wow, you see what happens when you just come together and you talk it out.
Because it's a positive thing, but it doesn't change the fact that you're a fraud. Just like Robin Hood. Great guy, prince among thieves, but still
yeah, because he could have gotten a job, made some money, and then donated that money to the poor. But he decided to go the easy way out and steal. Still wrong, but for a noble reason. Naz in Pine Brook, you're on ESPN New York.
Hello, Naz. Good
Hello,
evening.
you.
Happy Passover.
Hello. Oh, wait. Oh, well, Peter, say thank you.
Thank you.
I jumped to thank you. I apologize. I'll make it into Easter for Sunday.
That's okay. It's been a long week for all of us, and especially for me. And yesterday, you guys inspired me to order a little Chinese today.
Okay.
God bless.
And I'm sorry?
God bless.
God bless.
Yeah. Thank you. So I was thinking you inspire me with what your appy choices are. You guys were talking about the sesame and the soles, but what do you guys go for with the appies? A little dumpling, some egg rolls. What's your choices?
Wow.
You're saying choice of just app?
Just the appies.
Yeah,
boneless rib. I don't know.
It depends where I am. So some places, I will do a spring roll situation, veggie spring rolls. I will say a good old-fashioned, very fried egg roll is still delicious. I'm really, Don, I usually do the pretty traditional ones, like the rolls of some sort. I don't have anything wacky, really.
What does Nancy like?
What about you, John?
You know what Nancy gets that she really likes? I've never tried it. But now I can't. It's the crab.
The crab rangoon.
The crab rangoon. She loves that.
Boy.
Why don't you give that
That's
a try?
good choice.
Is the crab rangoon the thing that's like it's like cream cheese adjacent?
No.
It's cream cheese and crab and wrapped in a fried dumpling.
There it is. I never had it to know, but it looks like a dumpling.
Yes. And you dip it in a little soy sauce, and it's delightful. Or even a little duck sauce. Delightful. I think I'm going with that, Don. I appreciate your suggestion. Tell Nancy I said thank you.
We love to accommodate. You ask a question, we answer. How about that? A little crab rangoon. I have yet to try it, but Nancy...
Yeah, never done it.
Nancy likes it at the Chinese restaurant. You never know where the show is going to go. Well, I can tell you where we're going next. Richard's on hold.
Oh, yeah.
Tough week for Richard. His drops went far and deep. We'll get to Richard when we come.
Peter.
Come on, I honor the clock.
Yeah,
we're going to get to Richard in good time.
Right.
Put him back on hold. The fact that I teased Richard, I think, is an honor. Don Hahn and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn, paycheck after paycheck, and you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino & Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite Back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates. We win a lot.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Evan Cohen here. You know the feeling when a candidate just stands out. Not just the resume, but their energy. They're eager, engaged, and you know they want the role. That makes a difference. If you're hiring, you want a candidate who's passionate, but you can't get that insight from a resume unless you post your job on ZipRecruiter. Their matching technology finds qualified candidates fast, and ZipRecruiter has a new feature that shows you the most interested qualified candidates first. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com.
All right, closing out your calls, 1-800-919-3776. Richard in Manhattan.
There he is.
Don on Rosenberg.
Don, Peter, greatness. Give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, each of you. Wayne, Michael, Mike, Tiger.
You're saying Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah, of course.
Wait, hold on.
I'd say
Wayne, Michael, Mike, Tiger.
Wayne. I'll say Gretzky, Tiger, Jordan, Tyson.
Wait, that's your order?
Yeah, that's the way I would do it. Wayne 1, Tiger 2, Jordan 3, Tyson 4.
In terms of
Peter?
greatness? Greatness? I'd say it's Jordan 1, Gretzky 2, Tiger 3, Tyson 4.
I agree with you, Peter. That's my thing. I have a rant. These guys like Soto, they complain, and Diaz, Diaz, the pitcher, relief pitcher, and then back, Robinson Cano. They have a good thing, and then they get traded or they go for the money, and then they complain. Alonso, same thing, although he didn't complain. If you wanted to be a Met, you would have been a Met. Look at two guys like Goldschmidt and Bellinger. They have no allegiance to the Yankees. They love being a Yankee. Judge, he could have gotten more money. They wanted to be a Yankee. So all this talk, Stern said, that camouflage is everything. If you wanted to be a Met, Alonso and Diaz, you would have been a Met. Don't give me no thing. Same thing with Cano. Complaining, the Yankees didn't give me the money. Hey, you got a great deal. I don't begrudge him. I don't begrudge Alonso getting, trying to squeeze every penny, getting Boris as an agent. But if you wanted to be a Met, you would have been a Met. And Don, I'm going to close with this. Hockey. The three teams there's 6 teams, of course. Ottawa, Detroit, and the Islanders have the best chance over Columbus and Philly and Washington because the game's played in points so far. So It looks like, but it's a great 6 teams for 2 positions. That's great. And lastly, Don, I've never seen anything in this pro game like this in any of the 4 majors. Oh, by the way, who would ever think that Italy's baseball team is better than Italy's soccer team? That's unbelievable, fellas. Unbelievable. But that's something else. Colorado is plus 90 in goals. Vancouver minus 90 in goals. Colorado is at home. The best record, Colorado. The worst record, Vancouver, by 60 points. 60 points! And Vancouver beats Colorado in Colorado. I don't think I've ever seen that in a pro game, ever.
8-6. Great.
Fellas, always a pleasure. Thank you,
said
guys.
a couple of interesting things. First of all,
he did a couple of weird things, too.
Now, Bellinger, maybe he could have gotten a little bit more money. Not sure. Goldschmidt, towards the end of his career, I think he went to the Yankees because they got a good chance to win, but I don't think he had a ton of offers. Pete Alonso, I don't think the Mets wanted him, Peter.
No, I don't think so.
And I understand you want to be a Met, but how much of a discount do you need to take? He still has value, so he goes to Baltimore for a significant amount more money than the Mets are going to pay him. I don't look at that as him not wanting to be a Met. I look at that as the Mets not wanting Alonso. Do you look negatively at Alonso?
I never saw it that way. I always assumed Alonso wanted to stay. Now, he is a Boris guy, so you can't be absolutely sure that he's not going to just be about the money on some level. But I think Alonso, if it's close, stays with the Mets. I don't view it that way. However, it's a good place to close, given the big stories of the week. I do have to say, I'm not the kind of person who's going to jump all the way out the window. Neither are you, Don, on the Lindor story. A lot of people have said a lot of things about it. It's unclear what's going on. But I will say this. If, in fact, this simmering beef or whatever is a real thing, as it appears to be, and they have not, if it's not, they've made no effort to make it not a thing.
Right.
It would be like, what I'm saying is, if Francisco Lindor and Juan Soto cannot find a way to get along and be just supportive teammates with a team that has this much talent, when you are paid that much money and you have a fan base that cares that much, it is absolutely shameful.
Yeah.
Childish and shameful. I'm not saying it makes them terrible humans because they probably don't understand it. They're probably not viewing it from the right headspace. But every single one of us who works has had moments in our career when we have to figure out a way to make it work. The only difference between us and you guys is that you guys are paid in a way where your grandchildren's children will have incredible lives because of the money you're paid, because that fan base pays the money to come to that stadium, and because the cable companies can charge the money because they know the fans will watch you on television. Don, they have to figure this out. It would be one of the great embarrassments of all time if two guys making what? Lindor's what, $35 million, and Soto's $40 million a year?
Yeah.
Figure it out if that's real.
And I keep going back to opening day with Soto not hugging Lindor. Like, all right, you don't like the guy. I get it. But why does the rest of the world have to know? And don't tell me, it was nothing. You literally dapped and hugged everybody on the team except him. You got a full building, games on TV. It lives forever on the internet. Why was it so important for the world to know that you don't like him? What does that do? Who does that help? Other than your ego of when it all goes down, I want the world to know I don't like you. There's a lot of people I don't like, and I'd love the world to know it, but not if he's on my team, not if we're going to have to work together for the ultimate goal. And what if you look back at the end of your career, Peter, and you never win again? And go, boy, I think we could have won. But I let that little rift I had with my teammate get in the way. How's that gonna age?
Hey, listen, Don, I want to go back to that Indian season. I mean, if any, Wild Thing and Dorn had every reason to never get along again. That was the ultimate reason.
Yeah.
Listen, if one guy sleeps with another guy's wife, that would be the ultimate reason. And yet, Ricky and Dorn found a way. In all seriousness, that is not what happened here, okay? Nothing that serious has happened here. It's an ego thing. Work it out. Grow up. It is not that deep, dude. It just can't be, Don. There can't be enough that's happened.
Unless there was an incident. What could have happened in the last year? Because if he never liked him, then why did you sign with the Mets in the first place? You knew he was there. You knew he had another 8-9 years left on his contract. Crazy.
It's just embarrassing.
Well, let's just hope they can put it together, get back to 500 tonight. Another one of those games for the Knicks where it's going to be about style points more than whether they win the game or not. Got the Final Four this weekend. Should be a big show on Monday. We'll have our championship for Drop Madness and a lot of great sports to recap over the weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited. There's good things. A big episode of SmackDown tonight too. So don't you?
And I want you to have a happy Passover.
Oh, thank you. I want you to have a happy and luxurious Easter.
I will be away from the family. I'll be in Montreal, but I will try to make it work.
Well, to everybody out there who celebrates, hope your Passover's been great. Hope you have an awesome Easter as well on Sunday. Happy Good Friday.
Ty Butler's coming up next. We'll talk to you again at 3 o'clock on Monday on Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
This is the Michael Kay Show.
All right, let's talk about the Yankees off to a 5-1 start. What do you think about this team, Buster?
The best team that Aaron Boone's had. This team is so much better than it was in spring training of 2000.